Greer is our referee this afternoon. The Apaches, Trey Guerra, Jannard Lockhart, Elijah Besa, Jamone Lee all down there for the coin toss. And Greer has thrown it, and NEO has won the toss. And let's see whether they accept or defer as we get ready to start this conference championship game this afternoon here at Christus Trinity Mother Francis Rose Stadium. NEO, Kevin, wants the ball.
Yeah, and listen, their offense is much more productive than it was at the start of the season. Those first 4 games, they were 0-4, averaging 19 points a game. Their last 4, they're averaging 42 points a game, so much more productive on the offensive side of the ball. The Apaches have to slow them down on the ground if they have a chance today.
Trey Guerra, the Tyler quarterback, has had exceptional numbers this year, but Carson Cooksey out of Blanchard, Oklahoma, has thrown for nearly 2,300 yards, 20 touchdowns, only 6 picks. He is 5th in the country in yards per game. That's been the difference in NEO. They have had they were very one-dimensional in years past. We've seen them where they could run the ball, couldn't throw it. They can throw it this year.
Yeah, which again, they struggled early in the season, but they put up 308 yards through the air last week against Trinity Valley, so they can throw it around, and they're second in the conference in running the football.
Seth Baggett, the Tyler kickoff guy out of Lindale, has it teed up. The Norsemen, who've won 8 national championships in their program history, are playing their final game in this conference. They're moving to the Jayhawk League next year, and they are trying to spoil the party for the Apaches this afternoon here at Rose Stadium. They'll be going left to right on your device, and NEO is lined up to receive this opening kickoff from Baggett from the 35-yard line. The kick is away, high and left, and taken at the 21-yard line by the Norsemen, and they're upfield. Pretty good return out to the 38-yard line by NEO. Again, Carson Cooksey, a sophomore out of Blanchard, Oklahoma, wearing number 6. The Norsemen in their white road unis today. They wear gold helmets, gold numeral trimmed in blue, while the Apaches are in their home black pants, black jerseys, black helmet, white numerals trimmed in gold, and they'll start from their own 38-yard line. The ball is lined up on the far hash. They stack 3 receivers tight near side in a triangle formation, and Tyner with 2 men on the ground, 2 hands on the ground, and 2 defensive linemen, defensive ends standing up as they run it near side upfield for a 4-yard gain out to the 42-yard line. On the first play of the game, the Norsemen pick up 4. Their running back on that play, Quantrell Walker, a sophomore out of Edmond, Oklahoma, now has over 800 yards rushing on the year.
Again, they can run the football. They can also throw it, so the Apaches will have to be sound on the defensive side of the ball.
2nd down and 6. Walker in the backfield. They've got receivers again in a tight formation, 3 to the near side and 1 wide left, as the Apaches put 6 up on the line of scrimmage here, and they come with a blitz. Flags are down. Quarterback hit as he throws over the middle. Incomplete, as Tyler was blitzing, and a penalty flag on that play against Tyler. It'll be offsides against the Apaches.
He'll take the easy 5 yards. Got 4 yards on first down, so 3rd, and we'll make that 2nd and short coming up.
All right, again, this 8-man officiating crew headed by Joe Greer here this afternoon. Had an opportunity to visit with him before the game. It'll be 2nd down and 1 as they move the ball out to the 47-yard line. Again, Tyler opens their opening lineup listed. Emmanuel Lawton, their nose tackle. Jameel Davis, Clifton Gooden across the front. T.J. Williams and Ruben Shalumbo is one of the linebackers to open. We'll set the rest of it. Tyler plays with a pretty good unit of two-way players, or guys that they have a good backup group, I should say, that comes in. They're able to bring in reinforcements. Hand off to Walker. Across the field, right at the 50-yard line. That's enough for a first down. NEO has the first down of the game.
Yeah, didn't need much and didn't get much, but enough to move the chains.
Williams is Tyler's leading tackler. He had 9 last week in a sack, and again, Tyler has good depth up front, so they're able to roll new guys in a lot. They go with a 3-man defensive front here. NEO sends 3 receivers stacked wide left, back to pass again. Cooksey steps up, got a nice room, and he'll pick up about 8 on a slant pass over the middle to a receiver across the 45-yard line down to the Tyler 42 or 43-yard line on a pitch and catch to Mashawn Graham, his 26th catch of the year. Gain of 8, it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, on the move right now. Again, this is a much different offense than what the Apaches saw the first time around.
3 receivers, including a tight end in the slot right. Tyler puts 5 up on the line of scrimmage this time and hand the ball to Walker, and he's got a lot of room this time, and he's inside the Tyler 30-yard line as the Apaches kept Fanning on his missed opportunities. Nazir Adams makes the tackle. Enio's on the move, and they take it all the way inside TJC's 30-yard line down to the 29.
He made a lot of guys in black miss that time. Broken tackles, made him whiff just a bit. So, again, they have to be disciplined on the defensive side.
Far side to short side, 2 receivers left and 2 to the right, with a man in the backfield, kind of a pistol look here with Walker standing just to the left and behind the quarterback Cooksey. And now he shifts right, and TJC with 3 men up here as they spread the field. Back to pass Cooksey again. Steps up. This time he's flushed out. He's going to throw the ball over the head of the intended receiver down the near side. Pretty good coverage by TJC that time on a pass that was intended for Woody Antoine, a sophomore wide receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Apache's got good pressure on the quarterback and forced him basically to throw it away. He threw it in the double coverage, but out of bounds. 2nd
down and 10 at the Tyler 29-yard line. Far side to short side, 3 receivers stacked triangle right toward the wide side of the field and 1 tight left. Back to pass Cooksey again. Blitz coming. He has time. Throws it over the middle, and it's dropped that time. That ball was in the hands and almost a fumble that time as Graham had the ball, it appeared, and made the football move, but they say it's an incomplete pass and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of break for them, I guess, but I'm not sure why he dropped that football. It's a perfect pass and caught it in stride, just dropped it.
All right, TJC with a chance now at an opportunity to maybe stop Enio here. They're off to a good start offensively. They have a couple of first downs. 3rd down at the 29, 3rd down and 10. With Enio holding the ball back to pass Cooksey. Looks, got a great pocket downfield. That ball intercepted, overthrown, and picked by the Apaches. And bringing it back the other way, that's Willie Nelson. Willie's going to take it to the house, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and Willie Nelson will take it in. There's a touchdown Apaches. Check that Jannard Lockhart. Lockhart with the pick 6. There is a flag back at the 40-yard line, but Jannard Lockhart, the sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, has the TJC interception.
Yeah, anytime you get a great return, whether it's special teams or an interception, seems to always be a penalty flag. I think the interception holds up. This may be a blocking infraction after the interception.
But Lockhart with his 2nd interception of the year, and for a moment it looked like Lockhart had gone 85 yards for the touchdown. Touchdown will not stand, but Tyler does have the ball. After 4 interceptions last week, the Apaches get one here on an overthrown pass by Carson Cooksey.
That looks like it will stand.
It will stand.
Not sure where the...
So they wave off the penalty.
I guess.
85 yards on the interception, returned by Lockhart.
Still talking about it, but I guess they're going to wave the flag off.
How about that? Again, I'm like you almost assume an illegal block when that flag is down.
Well, it's an illegal block, but apparently it's against Enio.
Okay. How can they be called for an illegal block?
I guess before the interception. I guess, yeah.
All right. Well, okay, TJC will try to add the extra point. They are up 6-0 on a pick 6 by Jannard Lockhart. And Daniel Mathis is on to add the extra point. What a turn of events here early on. Enio was on the move. And here's Mathis, ball teed up, and the kick is on the way, and it is good. And the Apaches are on the board with a pick 6. 12-11 to go here in the first quarter. Tyler 7, Enio nothing. Back in 1 minute on the team. Kickoff by Baggett, taken at the 20-yard line, and another good return by the Golden Norseman that time out to the 39. But the Apaches lead 7-0, 3 minutes into the game. Jannard Lockhart with an 85-yard pick 6.
Obviously a big play because NEO was on the move and driving, so a big play with the Apaches, not only to pick it off, but return it for a touchdown.
There is a little bit of a wind, and that has held these two kicks up and allowed NEO to come up with a couple of nice returns, wind blowing left to right at about 15 miles an hour, and I think it has impacted those two kickoffs. NEO starts this drive at the 40-yard line, and here's Walker, and Walker for a couple. The Apaches will be called for a face mask here as Tay Bullock comes up and I think reached around and grabbed the face mask of Walker. They held him to a 2-yard gain, but the 15-yard walk-off for the face mask is coming against TJC.
Yeah, well played up to the point where they grabbed his face mask. That'll cost the Apaches 15.
All right, so the change of scenery will now move the ball across midfield. Tyler leads at 7-0, but NEO has been in Tyler territory now twice. 2 possessions, 2 trips across midfield, and they've got a first down at the TJC 43. The Apaches up 7-0, but NEO has proven that they can move the football. They go with an empty backfield, 5 wide receiver set. The Apaches with 3 men up defensively on that front line. Carson Cooksey out of the shotgun this time. We're just underway. The Apaches up 7-0 over NEO in the conference championship game on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Cooksey standing at the 49, back to pass, and he's going to run with it, and he's got a little bit of room, about 2, maybe 3. Tyler did a pretty good job of spying him that time. And coming up to make that tackle for TJC was number 22, Ben Roberts. It's only a 1, maybe a 2-yard gain, second down.
Yeah, it's pretty well played by the Apache defense to react to the quarterback and give up just a short gain.
Call it a 2-yard gain. We'll be generous and make it second down and 8 at the TJC 41-yard line. Near side, the short side, back to pass. They will hit Cooksey as he throws the ball downfield, and that one may have been picked off. Yeah. Diving for the interception. The Apaches have back-to-back interceptions, and that time the pick is made by Tyler.
Got a great job again, just in perfect position to come down with that interception. Looked like McDowell.
Quentin McDowell with the interception. Two series, 2 Tyler interceptions, and now the Apaches will run an offensive play for the first time today.
Yeah, how about that? Defense has played well. Again, they've given up some yardage, but 2 interceptions.
All right, so first down at the 36-yard line, and we see the Apache offense led by Trey Guerra. Across that offensive front, Wyatt Payne, Leroy Woolridge are the tackles. Via Moala and Ruben Smith are the guards, and Jamin Lee is the center. Guerra back to pass, throws a quick out route, and to the 39-yard line. By the way, and we neglected and should not have neglected in the pregame show to report that Jens Hilburn, one of Tyler's best players, is out today and out for the rest of the year with an ankle injury suffered last week. So in his place, Jamari Evans steps up along with Amari Henry and Eli Baeza as the Tyler starters at wide receiver. Pick up of 4. It'll be second down and 6 for the Apaches. There's movement on both sides of the ball, and who do they call this on? Both sides moved, and a little bit of pushing at the end of this thing. Come on, fellas, back off. Let's just play football this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's so fired up. It's the Apache center that's fired up. Not sure why he's running his mouth right now.
Again, NEO moved, but they didn't violate the neutral zone. This is going to be against TJC and cost the Apaches 5 yards. At least it appears that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're facing in the direction, and he's still running his mouth. 64. Lee is still talking, and he's having to be pulled back by his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the day for that. But this is going to walk. They're going to call offsides.
Yeah, and they did. They were in the neutral zone. The Apaches have to snap.
I just didn't see contact.
Yeah, there's a lost art. I mean, it used to be when they jumped in the neutral zone, you snap the football and an easy 5 yards. That has gone away. They don't do that anymore, but they get the call.
Second down and 1. Ball between the 44 and 45-yard line for the Apaches. In the backfield, Bryce Burgess with Lonnie Johnson, the Tyler tight end. He's had a great season for TJC. And on a second and 1, Guerra looking to throw. Rolls out, throws the ball down the near side, and he's got Henry, and he overthrows him. He had a step on the defender, and Guerra has, if he's had a weakness this year at all, early in games he has been a little strong on some of those deep balls and has missed some opportunities, and they had one there.
Yeah, that said, Henry's got to lay out for that ball. I mean, you got to lay out and try to, get a hand on that thing. It's just a little bit off the mark.
10:28 to go here in the opening quarter. Tyler up 7-0 on the pick 6. It'll be third down and call it about 1.5 yards. Third down and not quite 2 for Tyler from their own 44-yard line. Burgess in the backfield. Tyler lines up 3 receivers tight near side. Jared Hughes in the ball game. And Garrett rolling out, and he's going to be in trouble, and that's almost an interception. They were coming on the blitz, and Tyler, after a 2nd and 1, they missed 2 opportunities, and what a rush by Roman Garcia, a defensive lineman who was left unblocked up the middle. 4th down, and Tyler will have to punt. The Apaches not able to take advantage of that interception.
And they thought about it for a split second, but they're going to send out the punt team. I don't know. I'd probably try to go for it here, but it looks like they're going to punt it away.
And so coming out, Brian Ramirez, Tyler's veteran punter out of Ferris, Texas. Again, he's got a little bit of a wind at in his face right now from the looks of it, kind of blowing left to right at about 15 miles an hour, standing near the 30-yard line to kick it away. And Tyler from the 44-yard line, they snap it to Ramirez, and the kick is away. And again, the wind kind of knocks it down a little bit. It'll bounce at the 30 and take a tighter roll, and the Apaches will let this ball roll down inside the 25, and pretty well done, down to the 22-yard line. So that's where NEO will start their 3rd drive of the afternoon. The Apaches have not possessed the ball very much. In fact, they have yet to make a first down, yet they lead 7-0 in this ball.
Yeah, it was a quick green out by the Apaches. Good job by their defense. After giving up the yardage on the via the penalty, they still forced the Apaches to punt it away.
All right, so TJC sends the defense back out there, and again, Cooksey has had a rough start so far this afternoon with those 2 picks, but the NEO defense did a nice job to give the ball back to him at the 22-yard line. They go slot right, 2 receivers wide left, the wide side of the field. Handoff coming to Walker. Walker's quick, and he's upfield, turns the corner to the 25-yard line. Might have even added another 1 or 2 to that. So they're going to give him a pretty good gain. That'll be about a 6-yard gain, depending on where they finally mark this thing out of bounds. Quantrill Walker is one of the top runners in the Junior College Football Conference this year. Well, they're going to mark it back, and they're going to say stepped out at the 25, so I spoke too soon. That's about a 3-yard gain. But he did turn the corner. It looked like Tyler might have him at the line of scrimmage early on. 2nd and 7. Slot left, hand the ball off, Walker to the left side. The Apaches stone him after a short gain of about 2 yards upfield off left tackle that time. And so the Norsemen will face a 3rd down, and it looks like 3rd down and right at 5 coming up here.
Yeah, pretty good job against their run game so far. They have to do that today. They're pretty good at running the football.
Ball between the hash marks, running back, quarterback shotgun, 2 receivers wide left toward the visiting sideline, and a slot right, the tight end. On a 3rd down and 5. Tyler's up 7-0 here in the opening quarter of the conference championship game. TJC puts 6 up on the line of scrimmage, hand the ball off to Walker, and they get it. Coming from behind, he gets no gain on that play. Well done that time by the TJC Apaches, and Tyson Wilson, who you heard from in the pregame show, will make the play. It'll be 4th down, and they lost a yard. It'll be 4th and 6. And the Norsemen will send their punter, Kyron Axtell, a freshman, out to kick it away.
Well, great job by the Apache defense. They forced a quick 3 and out, and a nice job from behind, as you mentioned, by Wilson to run him down.
Again, the wind blowing at his back, and so with an opportunity to get a pretty good kickoff here, let's see what he does. This is kind of an end-over-end kick that will be caught and fair caught by Khalil Ewell, the Tyler punt returner most of the year. He ran one back last week against Cisco, and he will take it at about the 41-yard line. The Apaches will start from there. 8:43 to go in the opening quarter of the league championship game. Tyler's up 7-0. Winner will raise the Rourke Montgomery Championship Trophy, named after the late Navarro College athletic director, Rourke Montgomery III. And so it'll be Apache football. They go right to left on your device here in the opening quarter. Near side to short side, Trey Guerra's had a great year. Top 10, top 5 in many national categories in passing. Double stacked receivers left and right, inside handoff, and a little bit of a seam, and they're going to call a face mask, a blatant face mask. That time a handoff to Burgess, who got spun around that time. And he gets up kind of trying to readjust his helmet. I mean, that was a full-blown grab that time.
Well, so obvious that 3 penalty flags were thrown on the play, so an easy call for the officials to make.
All right, so across midfield. Again, this is NEO's final game as a conference member in this league. They were joining the Jayhawk Conference last year. It makes geographical sense for them. Again, we've been to Miami, Oklahoma many times.
Yeah.
It is as far northeast in Oklahoma as you can get. Miss the exit, you're in Missouri. It's always been a fun place to travel for the Apaches. And they've had some great games up there. Lonnie Johnson in motion. First down Apaches, and a handoff to Burgess across the 40. Burgess across the 35 off the right side. Cuts back and may have the 10 yards needed for the first down.
Actually got thrown ahead for a couple of more yards. Big hole for him to run through. Good job by the offensive line.
He's a shade short, about a half a yard short. It'll be second down near the 33-yard line for Tyler. Bryce Burgess, the Apache sophomore out of Houston, coming in today with 499 yards. He missed a couple of games, averaging 6 yards a carry and 2 touchdowns. He had 100-plus against NEO earlier, and Guerra hit as he tries to throw it downfield, and he got popped that time by a couple of Golden Norsemen, among them Aaron Edwards that time, and he throws it incomplete. It'll be third down.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job of getting Guerra early in this ball game, and that ball fell harmlessly. Nobody was near it. He took a shot right at the end.
Last week against Cisco, he threw for 244 and 3 touchdowns. So it's third down and 1. In the NEO game, only 141 and 2 scores in that first NEO game. They did a good job on Guerra in that game. Third down and 1 at the 33-yard line. Man in motion for the Apaches, Jamari Evans, far side to short side on a third down handoff. This time it is Burgess, and he finds a hole off right side for a first down. Inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. It is a Tyler first down.
Yeah, Apaches having a little bit more success running the football early in this game than they are through the air. Of course, good pressure on Guerra so far.
Jamin Lee had his helmet knocked off. Check that. That is not Lee, the Apache offensive lineman who had his helmet knocked off that time, is coming out of the game.
That's Lee.
Is that Lee? Okay, it's Jamin Lee. So they'll have to bring in a new center for a play. He'll have to readjust. At the 27-yard line, the Apaches line up right hash. Baeza goes far to the wide side toward the short side of the field, and 2 receivers to the near side. Johnson slot left against a 5-man defensive front. Guerra to throw. Guerra steps up down the near side, and there's a foul, and a great catch by Evans. At the 5-yard line, he's out of bounds inside the 5. Evans was hand fighting downfield with the quarterback and reached out with one hand and brought it in.
Yeah, with a hand in his face, that's great coverage. You can't do it much better than that. Perfect pass by Guerra.
Knocking at the door at the 3-yard line. The Apaches can take a 2-score lead here. First and goal at the 3 to Burgess. Burgess hit at the line of scrimmage. To the 2 to the 1, and he fights his way in. Touchdown, Tyler. Burgess would not be denied, and the Apaches lead 13-0.
Well, spin move. He got contacted about 2 yards out. Threw in a spin move and got into the end zone. That's a great job by the offense.
13-0 Tyler over NEO here in the first quarter of the championship game. And Mathis on to try to add the extra point. Tyler jumped out 14-zip in the first game. It got competitive. And last week they were up 35-0. A great start against Cisco, and that game was very competitive. Mathis will look to add the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. And Tyler's off to a good start today. 7:04 to go in the opening quarter. TJC 14, NEO nothing. Back in 1 minute, 92.1 FM, the T. Taken at the 15-yard line upfield, and another good return by NEO. Their guy has done a heck of a job here so far in this game. That is Alec Jackson. And NEO has started every one of these drives outside the 30, 35-yard line. They're going to start this one at the 37. Both of their, 2 of their drives have started very well, including the opening kickoff on returns. Again, you're kicking against that wind, and they've done a good job there. But the Apache defense has been the difference with a couple of interceptions and a stop a moment ago. Here's NEO at the 37. Slot left, far side, the short side. TJC with a 5-man front. Cooksy's going to throw it down the near side, and this is going to be overthrown. And a flag, a late flag.
Really late flags.
Man, they took a long look at that, and they're going to call TJC's Cottrell with a pass interference or a holding that time on the NEO receiver. I think that's Michon Graham.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 15-yard ball.
Late flags, but maybe the right call. 2 penalty flags did come out. That the Apache scoring drive, by the way, 6 plays, 59 yards, 1 minute and 39 seconds.
To get here, the Golden Norsemen have beaten Blinn, Trinity Valley, Kilgore, and Trinity Valley in the semifinals. And their last loss was at New Mexico Military, 45-21. They've done a heck of a job to get here. The 48-yard line and across midfield for the 3rd consecutive time. And a handoff going left, and Tyler Stones, the running back, that time after a short gain. That may be Ames. Check that. No, it's Walker. Walker with a carry. Got a yard, and that's all. Good job by the Tyler Apaches. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Apaches, again, doing a pretty good job containing their run game. Second in the conference, 170 yards a game. So far, Apaches are doing a good job.
Also seen Joshua Ames, a freshman running back, in the game. I think he may be out there right now. Second down. Far hash, 3 receivers stacked to the short side of the field. And Tyler's got 5 or 6 up, and they just moved on their offensive front. That'll cost them 5 yards. False start coming against the boys wearing the white and gold.
Well, they had several penalties, if you remember, in their first matchup. Most of them, or a lot of them, the personal foul variety against NEO, they kind of imploded at the end of that game.
Second down 14, but they played so much better lately. I doubt they do that today. Yeah. They're not going to implode today. Tyler's going to have to straight up beat these guys. This is a good football team. Second and 14, Ames is in at running back. 4 wide receivers set, 3 of them to the short side of the field on the second down. Tyler will rush 3. The handoff fell in a late pitch is a bubble screen, as it turns out, and that's a loss on that play. As the Apaches had it smelled out perfectly, Lockhart comes up to make the play as they threw that pass to the far side. I think that was Antoine, and they wind up losing about 2 or 3 more.
It's a play action screen. The Apaches weren't fooled by it. Good job of reacting to the pass to the swing receiver. Third down and 17, 3rd and 16 coming up for NEO at their own 46-yard line. It is 5:20 left to go here in the opening quarter. 14-0 Apaches. Again, far hash, 3 receivers now to the wide side of the field on the 3rd and long. Cooksey to throw, got plenty of time, and overthrows his intended receiver. He had a guy open out there in the flat, but overthrew him that time on a pass intended for a tight end or wide receiver, Tavares Deans. But Cooksey just off the mark. Well, and his first overthrown pass was intercepted by the Apaches in return for a touchdown. The Apaches were in the area that time, couldn't come away with it. Axtell, the punter, stands at the 32. Again, has the wind at his back, such as is. Wind's died down a little bit here, and he's going to run a fake. Let's see how this works out. Axtell's going to take it across the 40-yard line. He ran out of bounds, short of the first down, I think. Oh, they're going to give him a spot. Yeah, he's still short, though. Yeah, but are they going to give him? Man, he's still short. He's a yard short. But he ran out of bounds short of the first down mark. I was fooled a moment. The head linesman stood so far downfield it looked like he was going to give him an extra yard for the first down, but he comes up short, and Axtell's fake punt is he got 15 of the 16 and could have gotten the first down. Apache's got a break. He ran out of bounds short of the first down. It's an easy first down. Put your head down, you get the first down. He ran out of bounds a yard short. Well, and again, the markers are on that other side of the field, and he couldn't see that. If it had been on their side, maybe he knows that, but he did not know that Tyler gets a huge break. Yeah, that's a huge break. It is big. All right, so that fake punt almost worked. Tyler with the ball at the 39-yard line. Garrett to throw the slant, and does, and completes it for a first down out to midfield and more. On a pitch and catch to tight end Jordan Green, gain of 12 out to the 50-yard line. Yeah, that's a good-looking route by the receiver that time, and a nice pass by Garrett to move the chains. All right, so it'll be a first down. Apaches at midfield. We're down to 4:45 to go in the opening quarter. Tyler leads it 14-0 here at Christus. And TJC with the ball shaded toward the near hash, man in motion, and they're going to hand the ball off the near side, and this will be Khalil Ewell, and he fumbled the ball, and it's picked up by NEO. Ewell, who has a tendency to do that, gives it up, and NEO returning it out to the 38-yard line, and the helmet flies off. Jamin Lee can't keep his helmet on, but after that recovery by Aaron Edwards, NEO gets the ball right back. Yeah, they just got a helmet. There was a lot going on after the play, a lot of pushing and shoving. Helmets flying off. 2 helmets on the ground.
Well, I mean, that's
Gotta
not.
sort this out.
I tell you what, at least is right in the middle of all of that. He's done a great job for Tyler this year, but he is a talker.
Yeah, and there are penalty flags on the field, and probably against both teams, but Lee's got to do a better job. They're still having to calm him down. This is the second time today. We just started this game that he has to be calmed down.
Yeah, and you know, this is a game where the stakes are too high, and that has been something that Tyler's done a good job of this year, of avoiding those kind of penalties. They've done a pretty good job of that, and this is not the day to start.
Yeah, you got to play a clean ball game, especially against a good football team like NEO. Now, they imploded the first time these two teams played, so the Apaches don't need to return the favor. But penalty flags probably on both teams.
Yeah, probably so. But Ewell carries the ball. He runs hard. Yeah. But we've seen that on his kickoff or his punt returns. He is kind of careless.
Yeah.
But he's also very talented.
Had a good run up to the point, and they just got a helmet on the ball that time. Perfect tackle to get the ball out of there. And they'll have the ball. Now we'll check on the penalty yardage.
But Ewell had a heck of a run going, too. And then all of a sudden he got the ball knocked away, and so Tyler has turned it over for the first time this afternoon. The officials, headed by referee Joe Greer, are talking about that, standing between the 35 and the 40-yard line. And so let's see what Greer has to tell us about this particular situation here as he comes over. They're going to be, whether they're offsetting fouls remains to be seen.
Personal foul, face mask on NEO. 15 yards from every run. First down, NEO.
Wow, that's all they called. Nothing about the pushing and shoving and helmets flying after the play.
So somebody jerked Jamin Lee's helmet off for sure. So NEO's ball, but they're back at the 21-yard line. They keep possession following the Ewell fumble, but on the return you get a face mask. So the turnover stands. NEO gets the ball back. This is their 5th possession of the first quarter. Tyler up 14-0. NEO at their own 21-yard line. Far hash, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. Cooksey fumbles the ball, picks it up, and has to eat it inside the 20, back at the 19-yard line. Cooksey looked away as the ball came to him, dropped it, picked it up, and the Apaches swarmed him at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, we've already had 3 turnovers between the two teams here in the first quarter. 2 interceptions by NEO and a fumble by TJC.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. 4 men up defensively for TJC, a 3-man effort wide receiver-wise. Cooksey's going to throw the ball over the middle. It is caught, but they're all over him that time. And he will be dropped by Willie Nelson and others for another loss of a yard on a pass completed to Antoine. And it'll be a 3rd down and about 13 coming up here, it looks like.
On a drag route that time. He was opened early, but the Apaches made an adjustment and got to him quickly.
All right, 3rd down and 13. TJC 4 men up defensively. They've got 1 receiver to the left and 2 to the near side with a tight end. Cooksey retreats to the 10. Cooksey steps up. He throws, hit as he throws, and it goes out of bounds. As somebody might have, somebody was getting awfully close. It looked like the closest Apache was Nazir Adams, and Cooksey might have hurried that throw and throws it into the NEO sideline. And Tyler has been solid defensively here in this opening quarter.
You give the secondary a lot of credit there because he had a lot of time to find an open receiver. He just couldn't find one open. Basically had to throw the football away, so a great job by the secondary.
Once again, we see their punter, Axtell, who last time ran a fake and came up a yard short. It would be 4th and 13 here if he tries it again. It's a high snap. He brings it down and will kick this one away. Pretty good kick, too. Near side, it'll be Ewell back at the 30-yard line, and again, they tackle him immediately. Ewell hates the fair catch.
Yeah, that was dangerous. Over his shoulder that time. Reeled it in, held on to it, but that was dangerous.
Okay.
How many times have I said that?
Oh, yeah.
That was dangerous.
He takes chances.
He takes risks.
But he also, sometimes it works out.
out.
Yeah. I mean, he had a great punt return last week against Cisco. But that time, like a center fielder, he took that ball over his shoulder. But he also, by doing that, saved Tyler probably 15 or 20 yards. That ball would have kept rolling.
He did that. He gave him credit for fielding it, but man, fair catch is okay.
Fair catch is okay. Punts are okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's the best play in football.
That's right.
First down, Tyler going right to left in the 30-yard line. Two receivers stacked wide right toward the wide side of the field, and two stacked to the near side. And they're going to throw to one of the near side guys. Amari Henry makes the first man miss out to the 40, and a 15-yard gain for Amari Henry on the bubble screen. First guy missed, then made another guy miss. And Amari Henry, who's had a nice season for Tyler with his 32nd catch of the year and a Tyler first down.
With Hilbert out, they're going to have some guys step up. Hilbert had 53 catches, starting the nation up to this point, so they need some guys to step up. That's a nice job.
First down at the 43-yard line with Hilburn out. Henry steps up there and makes a play. First down for the Apaches. Hand off to Burgess coming near side. Burgess to the 46 for a couple and then gets blasted along that near side. Indio came in defensively with good numbers, giving up 288 yards a game, 142 on the ground, 146 on the pass. Those are solid numbers.
Well, crazily, as I say this, their defense has actually gotten worse while their offense has gotten better over the course of the season.
Well, today, second down 7, Tyler with a 14-0 lead. First quarter here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium, and the handoff goes outside, and the Apaches get back to the line of scrimmage as they hand the ball to James Lee, who stretched the ball out and had to turn back inside. NEO had the corner sealed, and he had nowhere to go. It'll be third down.
Yeah, for instance, they were giving up 112 yards a game to start the season in that 4-game losing streak. Now they're giving up 209 yards a game on the ground.
Third down and 7. Apaches at their own 46-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide set. NEO jumped into the neutral zone, but they get back and no flags are called. Play clock, still plenty of time on there on that. So everybody kind of resets here, and they're going to get this play off. And on a third down, bubble screen pass and catch. Ball completed, but short of the first down. Out near midfield, Tyler will still be several yards short of the first down on a pitch and catch to Jamari Evans. And the Apaches will get the ball near midfield, but they'll have to kick it away.
Yeah, well, quick possession for the Apaches. Again, the last one ended with a fumble, this one they'll have to punt it away.
4th and 4. Again, Tyler sends Brian Ramirez out there. We're down less than a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Tyler with a 14-0 lead. And standing back at the 34-yard line will be Brian Ramirez, the Tyler punter. Low snap, but he picks it up and kicks it away. This is not a bad kick. And this one will be fair caught at the 11-yard line by the Norseman, and so they will start there. Again, the wind kind of comes and goes. It's kind of bouncing around. It's kind of blowing again left to right. But, again, enough that it's gusting at about 15, which could impact some of these kicks. NEO takes over at their own 11-yard line.
Especially if you get the ball too high in the air, and that's kind of happened early in this game. But the wind has had an effect on those punts.
36 seconds left to go here in the opening quarter with the Apaches holding a 14-0 lead. NEO with another possession. They have run way more plays than Tyler has in this opening quarter of play. Snap the football to Cooksey, trying to get to the edge. Walker, and the Apaches are all over him. And that's a great play on the edge by TJC, and you can't do it any better than the Apaches' Day-Day Ross, the linebacker from Chapel Hill, just did.
Yeah, that's a nice job. Again, the reacting to the football. He's not an easy guy to bring down. They had a tough time bringing him down, but they eventually did for no gain.
Second down. We're down to 12 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Looks like NEO will try to get another playoff here before the end of the quarter. It'll be second down and 10, and they will. Retreating to his goal line, Cooksey steps up and throws. The ball completed upfield to the 12. The Apaches have him surrounded on the final play of the quarter, and it'll be a short gain as the quarter comes to an end with TJC leading after 1 here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium Conference Championship game. Tyler 14, NEO nothing. Back in 1 minute on the team. About 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. Call it 3rd and 7. Bill Coates and Kevin Simon. Christmas training by the Francis Rose Stadium. 14-0 Apaches. NEO with the ball as we open the second quarter of the conference championship game. NEO with their own 14 on a 3rd down and 7. Carson Cooksey back to pass, chased all the way back to the goal line, and he throws it away. There's a penalty flag down. They're going to call intentional grounding, and if that's in the end zone, that would be a safety.
Well, it's pretty close. If it is intentional grounding, I think the quarterback was in the end zone, and the Apaches want that safety. We'll get the call.
It's 14-0. If that was grounding in the end zone, it would be a safety.
Yeah, good pressure on the quarterback, forced him to get rid of it, but
no, they're not going to call that.
They're not going to call it a safety.
Boy, that was a big rush by the Apaches, trying to throw a screen, which means you're going to let the rush come to them, but the wide receiver was nowhere, or the running back to catch the screen, nowhere near the ball that time.
Yeah, he just had to get rid of it. Again, good pressure forced by the Apaches. Now, either way, they should get good starting field position for their offense.
All right. So... Holding they call. Okay. So it'll be 3rd. They get to redo 3rd down. 3rd down and 13 instead of 3rd and 7. Right? No, 3rd. Yeah, 3rd and 13. It was 3rd and 7. Now it's 3rd and 13. Okay, ball all the way back at the 7-yard line. Cooksey standing at the 1 to take the snap, and they're going to run a running play to Walker, and he gets nothing. Nice tackle made inside by Benjamin Roberts for Tyler, and the Norse will be punting from their own end zone. Tyler has an 85-yard pick six by Jannard Lockhart and a 3-yard touchdown run by Bryce Burgess. And early in the second quarter of the Southwest Junior College Football Conference Championship game here at Rose Stadium, it's Tyler 14, NEO nothing. The Norsemen will punt from their own end zone.
Yeah, that's a good job by the Apache defense, and once again, the offense should be in good shape.
Again, they're punting against this little wind here, and the kick is away. It's an end-over-end kick and not a very good one. It'll bounce at the 35, and the Apaches will have great field position as they tried to kick that one low against that gusting wind, and not very successfully that time as Axtell's kick clears the line of scrimmage, hits the ground, and rolls upfield to about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and the Apaches have to take advantage of this field position. I mean, great starting field position at their 40. Got to do something with it.
All right, so TJC going left to right on your device here in the second quarter. We'll send their offense back out there. Tyler's offense has been good but not great so far this afternoon. This has been a defensive game for Tyler so far. A lot of kicking in gear here now. Far side to short side. They've got two backs in the backfield here, and they're going to hand it to James Lee and run an old-fashioned sweep, and he's got a lot of yards, but there's a penalty flag down. A first down and a gain of 15 to the 26, but this may be coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding call against the Apache. Good-looking play, probably because there was holding.
And that's exactly what it's going to be.
Offense, number 75.
And so that is on Tyler's Vea Moala, the offensive guard for the Apaches. So a loss back to the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 20.
Neither one of these offenses is able to get in any kind of rhythm right now. Just like starts and stops, uneven play, and they've both had pretty good plays, but not much consistency.
Tyler stacks two receivers wide to the near side, which is the wide side of the field. Lonnie Johnson, the tight end, in a slot. And now on a 1st and 20, rolling out Garrett as he throws downfield, and that's incomplete. Along the near side, intended for Evans. Chased all the way back to his 40-yard line before he got rid of that ball, and it'll be 2nd down and 20 coming up.
Yeah, it's just off the mark that time. Pretty good coverage anyway, but again, as I talked about, offense is having a tough time getting going.
NEO has some very good pass rushers right in the middle there, and young man named Quentin Shepard has been particularly disruptive here early on, a sophomore defensive lineman. 2nd down and 20 at midfield. Snap the football, keep it on the ground. Here's a nice hole across the 40, and on his feet, Ashton Haynes finally dragged down at the 36-yard line. Well, he got 14 of those 20 back. That'll make it a 3rd down and 6 coming up on a nice run by Gilmer's Ashton Haynes.
Yeah, now makeable 3rd down coming up.
So 3rd and 6 at the 36-yard line. Tyler goes quickly this time. Far side to short side again. Now they look over and get the play call from Apache offensive coordinator Brady Davis. 2 receivers to the wide side and 1 to the left. NEO with 3 down linemen, and they have 6 in the box with their 3 linebackers all tight here on a 3rd down. Garrett a throw, rolling out, steps up near side, pass caught by Johnson, and he's inbounds. That's a first down at the 28-yard line to tight end Lonnie Johnson. His 28th catch of the year, first down Tyler.
Yeah, Johnson had 3 touchdown catches last week against Cisco, which was huge. Looks like a holding call against the Apaches. Won't count.
They got 8 officials out there, and when you get that many people out there, they're going to find something.
There's so many eyes. Yeah, you see everything. You don't need to see everything, do you?
Great. All right, so it'll be 3rd down and 14 now.
Even the good plays don't count. So, again, uneven play by both of these offenses.
All right, so 3rd down. 3rd down and 3rd and 16, right? Yeah, 3rd and 16. I said 3rd and 14. 3rd and 16 at the 46-yard line. Just underway in the second quarter. Tyler, again, slot right, 2 receivers right. Garrett a throw. And he steps up. He's got room down the near sideline, and this ball is there. Could be a holding call, but they won't say that. There was a contact between Baeza and a cornerback down the near side, but the ball was so far overthrown that I think they just called it an uncatchable pass.
That's what the official called it. It was uncatchable, and it was high and out of bounds. So the Apaches will have to punt it away. They don't take advantage of that great starting field position.
Tyler has gotten caught up in a little bit of the talking down here.
Yeah,
which is
very unlike them right this season. They've been pretty good about that this season for the most part, but not today.
Again, NEO and Tyler played a pretty chippy game back in September, and maybe they remember that. It's 4th down and long. Tyler had a first down called back by penalty, and here's Ramirez to kick it away. And this kick is very, very high and will be fair caught at the 9-yard line. He's done a really nice job this year, Ramirez has, of landing these punts inside the 20-yard line, and Tyler does a good job, even though their offense failed on this possession after that short punt. They went backwards because of 2 penalties. They do put NEO in a bit of a hole here at their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, and call on their defense to get it done again and maybe get the offense great starting field position to try to take advantage of it the next time around.
Tyler's up 14-0 here in the second quarter. They've got the lead. NEO's got the ball going right to left. 3 receivers stacked tight right toward the short side. It's Walker make that Ames, and he is hit and dropped after a short gain once again by the Apache safety. Willie Nelson from Longview comes up to make the play. It's a gain of about a yard. It'll be 2nd down. Well done by the Tyler sophomore.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of containing the run game. He tried to spin out of a tackle, but didn't happen. Good job by the defense.
2nd down and 9. Ball inched out to the 11-yard line. Again, NEO stacks 3 receivers. This time they triangle them to the near side of the field with a running back in the backfield. Cooksey to throw. Play coming up the near side, ball completed to Antoine, and he's going to not get a whole lot. He tried to stiff arm his way for another yard, but Justin Cottrell, who started the year as a cornerback, been playing safety the last few weeks because of injuries, comes up to make the play. Yep. That's a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, nice job of battling the receiver to get him out of bounds for a short gain.
Near side to short side, they go right to left here in the second. They stack 3 receivers again, wide to the right side. That's toward the wide side of the field. Tyler with 4 defensive linemen up, including Tyler's number 45, Neville Imba, who's standing up on the near side overlooking their left tackle. And a snap, back to pass all the way to the 1-yard line. Cooksey's got time as he throws it upfield. Ball caught by Antoine, but he won't have nearly enough for the first down. The Apaches are all over that. Again, Willie Nelson and Day-Day Ross on coverage. Yeah. It'll be 4th down and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, quick 3 and out. They tried a crossing pattern to the right side of the formation. The Apaches did a good job to keep all of the receivers in front of them so as not to give up the first down.
All right, so it's 4th down and 5. The Norsemen at their own 15-yard line. Axtell standing at the 2-yard line to kick it away. Again, a bit of a breeze in his face here. Tyler might get good field position. It's a high snap, and he did a great job to bring that one down. And then a wobbly kick goes out of bounds at the 25. Did Tyler get a hand on that ball?
No, it just went off the side of his foot. You know, he had a high snap that he had to reel in, and went off. He rushed it, had to, and it went off the side of his foot.
He hit a knuckleball that goes out of bounds near the 25-yard line, and the door opens up for the TJC Apaches at the NEO 25-yard line.
Well, it opens up again. Their last possession started at NEO's 40, not able to take advantage of it. They have to take advantage of it here.
All right, so TJC sends the offense out there. They've got great field position. at the NEO 26 after the defense does its job. Short punt, and Tyler's at the NEO 26-yard line. Now try to clean the penalties up. Tight formation. And they will blitz. The handoff goes to Burgess, and he's got a hole. Burgess to the 15, and he picks up 12, maybe 13 inside the 15. No flags, finally. That's a 12-yard gain and a first down.
Yeah, and a pretty good hole right up the middle without holding for a good yardage and a first down.
To the 14-yard line. Far hash again. 2 receivers right, tight end right. Inside handoff. Burgess got another little bit of a seam inside the 10. Burgess doing a really nice job. Left, right, following the offensive lineman. He picks up good yardage to the 9. It's a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, throwing a stutter step that got him extra yardage as well. Pretty good job once again by the O-line.
All right, so for 2nd down and 5, the ball's at the NEO 9-yard line. Tyler's up 14-0, trying to get more here. Burgess in the backfield, Guerra out of the shotgun. Stack 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, and there's the penalty flag. That has been a problem for the Apaches. It was on the last drive, and let's see if this is against Tyler. It's going to be motion against the Apaches. That's a 5-yard loss on the play, and I'm telling you, man, that's the only thing. If the Apaches can clean that up, I mean, the door's open to them. It is open.
Yeah, again, you have to take advantage of this opportunity given to you by NEO, the punt that went off the punter's side of his foot, and so still a chance to get that done.
2nd down and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Apaches. Lonnie Johnson, slot right for Tyler. Handoff coming near side. Here's Burgess. Burgess will get some of it back, and he'll get the ball back to the 9. He picks up about 5. So we got that 5 yards. Well, I'll call it a 4-yard gain. They're going to mark him at the 10. It'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up for TJC at the 10-yard line, and a whole lot of talking going on down there still.
Too much of it. The Apaches have to be careful here. Don't want to give them anything, so they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they get it done.
Ball's at the 10-yard line. Ball's on the near hash. Receiver right, 2 receivers to the left. Running back Ashton Haynes is in the backfield, standing next to Guerra. And it's 3rd down. There's about 9 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. Tyler's up 14-0, trying to get more. Guerra out of the shotgun. Snap. Hand the ball off. Ashton Haynes, and he's tackled for a 1-yard loss. Great job on the edge that time by the Golden Norseman. Hard to read some of these numbers down there. It is light gold on white. And on a white uniform, I think that's Davari Hampton who made the play, and that's a loss of a yard. Tyler will have to settle for a field goal try.
Well, that's a great job on the tackle by Hampton, as you talked about. A missed opportunity there, but the Apaches can still tack on some scoring.
Yep, they will try a 27-yard field goal by Mathis. Again, the wind is at his back here, and so Tyler can take a 17-0 lead here if they can execute this 27-yard field goal. The kick is on the way, and it's up, and it is good. And the Apaches lead 17-0. 8:21 to go in the 2nd quarter. Tyler kicks his field goal. It's 17-zip. Apaches over the Golden Norseman. Back in 1 minute on the team. Well, the difference for Seth Baggett on the kickoff with the wind in his back, he booms that one into the end zone. 17-0. The Apaches kick a 27-yard field goal and lead 17-0.
Yeah, 4 plays, 26 yards, make that 15 yards, 2 minutes and 28 seconds.
8:21 left to go here in the first half of play. TJC with a 17-0 lead in the conference championship game against NEO. The Norsemen have the ball. They go right to left here in the second period at their own 25-yard line. 1 back, 4 receivers. They play without a tight end here. Back to pass again, stepping up, throwing the ball upfield. That ball's caught, and that will be a first down. Jannard Lockhart runs the receiver out of bounds along that far sideline, and a good job that time by the Golden Norseman. I'm going to give Tavares Deans credit for that catch, and that takes it all the way out to the 42.
Yeah, one of their best plays of the day. They've punted 5 times, make that 4 times, 2 interceptions, and turned it over on downs.
Make it 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Norseman. Again, 17-zip, the Apaches with the lead, but NEO's got the ball as we play about midway through the second quarter. Far side, the short side, two receivers stacked to the short side and 2 to the left, and a handoff, and Tyler's done a pretty good job against the run. Walker does manage to pick up 3. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and then kind of fell backward across the 45 out near the 46-yard line. That's a new running back. That is Caldwell, 33 Caldwell, a sophomore with the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Norseman again, like just about everybody else these days, no huddle. Quick to the line of scrimmage, and now, after lining up, they get the plays just outside the 45-yard line. Tight right, 2 receivers toward the NEO sideline, 2 to the left, and Cooksy's got all kinds of time as he retreats and throws the ball down the far side into coverage and almost intercepted that time. They had 3 receivers bracketed around the intended receiver, and any one of them, they were all going for the ball that time, but the pass was so high and overthrown that they were not able to go down with it. But if anybody was going to catch that ball, it was going to be an Apache.
Yeah, well, McDowell had a shot at his 2nd interception of the day, just bounced off his hands that time. A great job in coverage. Quarterback had a lot of time, couldn't find an open receiver.
3rd down and 8 at the 45-yard line, just outside the 45. 3rd down and really about 7.5 needed for the 1st down. Tyler with 3 men up on the line of scrimmage, and they're going to bring a blitz, and Cooksy's hit as he throws. That ball caught, and 1st down, Norseman. Well done by Deans. He took a big hit by an Apache, Justin Cottrell, and he knew it was coming, but he held on.
Well, and he had no idea that ball was coming. He got his head around just in time. The ball almost hit him in the face mask, but caught it and held on to it.
And that's what a receiver's supposed to do, and he did a good job that time. 1st down at the 44-yard line. Between the hashes, 4 wide receivers set, handoff coming near side, and not much available that time to the running back as the Apaches make the play on the edge. That time I think that was Caldwell again.
Yeah.
And tackle on that near side after a short, maybe a short game. Did they give him anything? Not really.
Not much.
No, not.
Yeah.
If anything, they may have lost a half a yard. Call it 2nd and 10 at the TJC 44-yard line. NEO will bring Deans back into the ball game. Check that new receiver for NEO. We'll have to check the number. He lines up as a tight end in a slot, and they've got a 3-receiver formation with a running back, and they're going to keep it on the ground and give the ball to Ames, and Ames breaks 3 tighter tackles and winds up picking up 8 yards to the 36. It's a good run by Joshua Ames. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, got to wrap him up. He's tough to bring down. He was able to spin out of a tackle as well as break a tackle, so good yardage on the play.
3rd down. We're down to 5:40 left to go in the second quarter, but now NEO's got a pretty good little drive working here this time, and Ames is given the ball, and he actually juggled the ball and had a hard time getting back to the line of scrimmage, and in fact got no gain on the play. It'll be 4th down. I'm guessing NEO would almost need to go for it.
They have to go for it here, down 17 points in Apache territory at around the 35. They got to go for it here.
It's 4th down at about 2 between the 35 and 36-yard lines. 4th and 2 for the Norsemen. And they bring in a double tight end set. They load up here on a 4th down. Tyler's got 8 in the box here expecting the run. Cooksey will hand it off to him, and Ames is going to get the 1st down. I think it's going to be close, but I think Ames, they push him forward, and that'll be a 1st down. Nice job by Ames that time. He's a hard-running kid.
Yeah, he's tough to bring down.
And the Apaches had him close to the 1st down originally, but he just kept pushing. And he wound up getting the 1st down to the TJC 28-yard line.
He got clobbered at the line of scrimmage, but strong enough to work his way forward.
So they go for it and make it on 4th down, and they keep a very tight formation in the game with only 1 wide receiver. Hand it to Ames again, and Ames this time will lose yardage. Benjamin Roberts, who's had a nice first half, was the first guy there, grabs him by the jersey, and then reinforcements arrive, and they wind up losing yardage back to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job by Roberts. He held on long enough until reinforcement could arrive and help him out.
So it'll be 2nd and 12, ball at the 30-yard line. We're down to about 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Tyler's up 17-0, but NEO's got a good drive working here And from the far hash, Cooksey looks to throw. He's got time, throws the ball down the near side. He's got a guy out there, but it's short of the mark, and they're going to call a flag on Tyler.
Yeah, easy call.
Easy call. Willie Nelson, I think, just drags down the receiver, Antoine, that time. The pass was way short of the mark, but that's going to be a first down for NEO.
And it's always hard for a defensive back to defend those short passes because the receiver knows it's underthrown. The defensive back doesn't, so he has a better opportunity to make an adjustment. Once the corner reacted late, tried to drag him down, got called for it.
So NEO's threatening now. They've got the ball. Their deepest threat so far today. They've got the ball at the Tyler 15-yard line. Again, this time they go 3 wide receivers. Tyler with 5 men up on the line of scrimmage here. Back to pass Cooksey. Blitz coming. He's going to throw the fade to the far side, and that ball is incomplete. Jannard Lockhart doing the job over there. Their guy got a hand on it, but Lockhart was in his face and managed to do all of that without making contact. It'll be second down.
Yeah, good coverage by Lockhart. Already has 1 interception on the day, but good coverage there as well.
All right, so it'll be 2nd and 10. We're down to 3:46 to go, but again, plenty of time, obviously, for NEO to get done whatever they want to do down here. And this is an important drive for those guys, clearly, as they snap the ball and the handoff, and no gain on the play that time. Apache Emmanuel Lawton comes up to make the play, and there's an injured Norseman on that one as Quantrell Walker carried the ball, but an injured NEO offensive lineman gained up half a yard. It'll be 3rd down, and an injured player, they'll have to tend to one of their offensive linemen. While they do, we'll take a 30-second break. TJC leads at 17-0. Back in 30 seconds on 92.1 FM The Team. Sure, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do that. Offensive lineman up walking off the field and seems to be okay. Well, never okay, but he's walking under his own power. That's easy for us to say.
It is, yeah.
You know, we're not the ones down there who just got rolled, right?
I'd rather be up here.
Yeah, oh yeah. 3rd down and about, no, not quite 10 yards, about 9.5, if you will. The ball's just inside the 14-yard line. Big play for both squads here. Late second quarter, 17-0 Tyler. 3rd down, Cooksey to throw. They're blitzing him. He throws the ball downfield. This ball is caught, and it's a touchdown for the Norseman. Crossing pattern over the middle, and I think that was, and again, these numbers are hard to read. Meshon Graham is who I'm going to give credit to. Am I right about that? Is that 80?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but I guess that's 80. But whatever it was, that's a good route by the receiver that time and a perfect pass. I thought the Apaches were in good position to make a play, and they simply couldn't. So, touchdown NEO.
Yeah, Meshon Graham. We're going to give him credit for that. Again, these numbers, your white jersey with gold numerals, that's not the best pattern in the world to read numerals from up here. And the extra point is good. And Tyler's lead is cut to 17-7. NEO's on the board. Second quarter, Tyler 17, NEO 7. Back in 1 minute on the team. A kickoff high and short and fielded on the return with a fair catch by Lonnie Johnson at the 36-yard line. Tyler leads at 17-7 after the 15-yard touchdown pass from Cooksey to Graham.
Impressive drive by NEO, 12 plays, 75 yards, 5 minutes, and 4 seconds.
And Tyler's offense has not been great in the first half.
Yeah.
And they could use a drive here right now with 3:17 to go to get some of those points back here. They have a 10-point lead. Stack 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, one behind the other. On a first down at the 36-yard line, Trey Garrett back to pass. Garrett throws the ball upfield. That ball's caught. 8-yard gainer is dropped by Baessa. Not having his usual day. Baessa's had a wonderful year this year, top 10 in many national categories. He just dropped that ball.
Yeah, and I think the Apaches, and they might not admit it, but I think they miss Jens Hilburn.
Oh, they would admit it.
Yeah, I think they miss him. I mean, they're just a little bit off without him in the lineup.
Yeah, second down and 10. This is not a dynamic offense right now, and it has been much of the year. But give NEO credit for that as well. That's a good defensive unit. 2 left, 2 right on the receiver. Same formation this time with the running back. On a second down and 10, they throw the bubble screen. I think Garrett just dropped the ball, and I think NEO may have recovered a fumble. That's either an incomplete pass or a fumble.
They're caught on incomplete.
Yeah, and his arm was coming forward, but let's see what they ultimately say.
They're going to give him the ball.
They're going to give him the ball. All right.
Wow.
That's Tyler's second turnover of the day. Ball slips out of the hands of Trey Garrett. The door's open for NEO to make a football game out of this now.
Yeah, each team has turned it over twice. The Apaches fumbles, NEO's interceptions, but that ball just slipped out of his hand, and they recovered it.
Tyler's out of sorts offensively.
They really are.
They're not playing very well on that side of the football at the moment. And now NEO down 10. Tyler's up 17-0. NEO has scored. Now they got the ball back at the 31-yard line. Tyler just turned it over. And the door's open for the Norseman. Let's see what they can do with it here. Cooksey will throw it, and he's got a man down the far side, and he's going to be caught. Touchdown. That's a touchdown. We got a football game. Football game breaking out here in this conference championship game as the Norsemen on the first play take it inside for the score, and NEO cuts this one to a 3-4 point game with the extra point to come.
I think it's the same guy. Number 80 maybe on the touchdown that time for NEO. Graham. But the corner got caught peeking in the backfield and allowed the receiver to run right by him for the easy touchdown.
So NEO, in a matter of 16 seconds, turns a 17-0 Tyler lead into a 17-14 game. They've got all the momentum right now with 3:01 to go in the second. Tyler 17, NEO 14. We're back in 1 minute on the team. Touchdown pass, we think, to Graham. It's 17-14. NEO has scored 2 touchdowns in 16 seconds. Kickoff high, short, and left. And again, fair caught by Lonnie Johnson. So Tyler 17-0 lead, almost gone with 3:01 to go in the second quarter. NEO has scored back-to-back touchdowns. Tyler's lead down to 17-14.
Yeah, and that last one didn't take long. Just one play, 7 seconds, 31 yards.
All right, so the Apaches' offense has struggled for much of the afternoon with the ball at the 33-yard line. They go 1 back, 4 wide this time, 3 to the right, 3 to the near side, 1 to the left. Trying to get something going offensively. Got plenty of time here before the end of the half, but this NEO defense has been good, and Tyler just cost themselves 5 yards. They didn't get lined up right that time.
They're just out of sorts right now, not clicking on the offensive side of the ball.
So they're going to have to step up. Somebody's going to have to take a leadership role, and that's on Guerra. He's the quarterback. They're going to have to get this thing turned around. NEO's come to play some ball here this afternoon. 1st and 15. Hand the ball off, and they'll get some of this back, but not enough. Burgess will be tackled after a 2-yard gain. And the Norsemen are outplaying the Apaches right now in a big, big way.
Well, and you can just look at the sidelines. A lot of energy on their sidelines right now.
It's only a 1-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd down and 14 coming up for the Apaches. As we near halftime, Tyler trying to get some of this momentum back. They have absolutely none here at the moment. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, back to pass. Guerra throws the ball upfield. That ball's caught by Evans, and that's a first. No, not quite a first down, but he got about 10 of it back, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 at the 40-yard line. He'll still be 3 yards short on a quick slant to Jamari Evans, but the Apaches still need 3 yards to keep it going.
Yeah, they were offside, so the Apaches will decline that penalty and take the play for good yardage, makeable 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Outside. On the defense. Number 6. Line up in the loose ball. That penalty is declined. Result of play. 3rd down.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down at the 40-yard line. Nose of the football right at the 40. Apaches line up Johnson, slot right. 2 receivers tight to the near side and 1 to the left. 3rd down and 3. 6 in the box for the NEO Golden Norseman, and Guerra to throw. Guerra's going to throw it upfield. That ball caught by Evans, and that's another first down by Tyler. And there's a late penalty flag coming.
Yeah, it looks like this one might be on the Apaches. We'll get the call. The Apaches don't seem to be too happy about it, including the center, Jamin Lee. And this one's coming back.
Yeah, coming against TJC. Another holding penalty. They've had 3 here in the 2nd quarter, I think.
Yep, and it's on 64. That's why he wasn't too happy. That is Lee, who's had a tough first half.
It's 3rd and 13. So again, Tyler clearly struggling offensively right now. And on a 3rd down and long, this is the 2-minute timeout. 17-14, the Apaches lead the Norsemen. Late 2nd quarter, we're back in 30 seconds. 92.1 FM, the team.
Yeah, well, and they can turn quickly, especially if you turn the ball over, and they've been able to take it at least take advantage of one of those turnovers.
Tyler's fumbled twice. Guerra's fumble a moment ago cost them a touchdown. And so the Apaches now with a 3rd down and long. Running back in the game and 4 wide receivers. They go that double stack again, playing without their fine wide receiver, Jens Hilbert. Back to pass, Guerra in trouble. Hit as he throws. Ball is going to be intercepted at midfield, and NEO will run this one back to the 35-30. They'll take it inside the 30 all the way back to about the 27-yard line. Boy, I'll tell you what, that was a great return that time by Jordan Warrior. As the quarterback was hitting the backfield, he threw it up, and that was an easy pick for Warrior, and there's a lot of chippy going on right now. The Apaches have fallen into that trap,
really have.
too.
Yeah, and they're, again, they did this in the first matchup. NEO did, but TJC was pretty good about staying out of that nonsense. Not the case so far in the first half.
TJC's taking the bait here right now. They are playing not only tough football offensively and really struggling here at the moment, but now they've gotten into the yapping, and that has taken them all out of their game. How about NEO? They got the ball first down at the 27-yard line after a 3rd Tyler turnover in about a 6-minute period of time. And it'll be first down at the 27-yard line. The Norsemen trying to take the lead in this game. Handoff coming near side. Big hole for Walker inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. And if the Apaches don't get it together here, the NEO Golden Norsemen will turn a 17-0 deficit into a lead at the end of the first half. They've got 1st and goal at the Tyler 7. They line up, ball between the hash. They're going to go quickly. Hand off to Walker again, and he's stoned in the backfield that time by the Apaches. Good effort by Day Ross, and a loss of a couple. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 9.
Timeout coming out, but Apaches needed a big play. They got one there.
Minute 23 to go. Timeout on the field. Tyler leads it 17-14, but that is precarious right now. We are back in 30 on 92.1 FM, the team. But this one seems to be a momentum game unlike any other sport out there, and NEO certainly has it right now. But they lose 2 on that play. Nice job of the Tyler defense. Late second quarter, it's 17-14 Apaches in the league championship game, but NEO following another turnover, an interception thrown by Guerra to Warrior. It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line. Walker's in the backfield. Cooksey, the fine NEO quarterback, out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left, back to pass. Blitz coming. He has the ball knocked down, almost intercepted, coming off the edge. Heck of a play that time by the Apaches. And number 21 quarterback King White, who batted that ball into the air. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, they tried to set up a screen, but White broke that up by himself, and as you mentioned, nearly picked it off, but a great job to knock the ball down.
All right, so the ball is 3rd down and goal just inside the 10-yard line. 3rd and goal. The Norsemen stay in that same formation. Double slots. Walker in the backfield, back to pass Cooksey. He throws the ball into the near corner of the end zone. It's intercepted by the Apaches. It's out of bounds, but it'll be 4th down, but they almost had the pick. Wilson did come down with it, but he came down out of bounds. It'll be 4th down, and the Norsemen will be kicking a field goal to tie the game.
Yeah, well played by the defense that time. At least keep them out of the end zone. Again, they had great starting field position at the Apaches 27. They keep them out of the end zone, and will force a field goal attempt.
James, check that. Francisco Perez, whose longest field goal this year, we're showing is only, 31. Is that Duffy, the field goal kicker? I think it's Duffy, the field goal kicker. No, Perez is the field goal kicker. This would be a 27-yard field goal, a high snap, and the ball's blocked. A high snap, and the Apaches stuff the ball. It's loose at the 25, and the Apaches still lead. That was a high snap, and the Apaches smother that, and the kick covered up by the Apaches with 1:13 to go. And their lead is still intact.
Wow. Yeah, what a great job again to smother that thing. Now, the holder was able to go up and fill the high snap. I thought he got it down in time. The kicker didn't think he got it down in time and didn't even move to kick the ball, so good break for the Apaches.
Might that turn things around for Tyler? Maybe. We'll see. With 1:13 to go, the Apaches have certainly struggled offensively, but their defense and their special teams bailed them out here, and a miscue on the snap by the Norsemen, and the Apaches blocked the field goal. So it'll be taken over at the 26 by the Apaches. They've still got time to get something done before halftime as they hand the ball coming near side to James Lee. Lee will cut it back upfield to the 40, 45, 50. James to the 40, 35, 30. Down the near sideline inside the 25-yard line. How about that run by James Lee? There are no flags, and the Apaches may be in business here with 1:03 to go.
Yeah, interesting to see what they were going to do before that play, if they were going to be aggressive. Well, now we know they have to be after that big run.
James Lee with the run. And he takes it downfield to the 23-yard line. Big run by Apache James Lee. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And the tight end lined up that way. They'll hand it to Lee again. Lee cuts back and he gets it down inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line, and picks up about 6, maybe 7 on that carry by Tyler's James Lee, the young man from Metairie, Louisiana. It'll be 3rd down. It'll be 2nd down and about 3.5.
The offensive line has done a great job on those back-to-back plays, but good running by Lee as well. We get another timeout.
Timeout Apaches, it appears. They lead 17-14, 44 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Back in 30 seconds, so 92.1 FM the team. Apaches long run by James Lee, and the Apaches have the ball now at the 16-yard line. It's 2nd and 3. We've got 44 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Tyler up 3, trying to get more and turn this game around.
Yeah, they got to get something, obviously, on the scoreboard after that nice run by Lee to start this possession.
Ball in the near hash. TJC going left to right. They've got Lee in the backfield. Guerra has 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. 2nd down and 3 at the 16. Guerra to throw. Going to swing it out to Lee. Caught at the 15. Big hit applied. And he'll be a little short of the first down. Down to 36 seconds left. Nice hit applied that time by the Norseman, and that was number 2, Mark Goolsby. It'll be 3rd down and 1, Apaches at the 15-yard line. Keep it on the ground. No, it's a keeper this time by Gary. He swings it out left. Not sure what the heck he was doing that time. As he rolled out, he faked the handoff and then tried to swing it to the far side that time. Intended for, was that Evans, and he throws it out of bounds. That was almost a backward pass.
No, it was a backward pass.
Yeah,
they lost yardage on the play and have to settle for a field goal, but at least they have an opportunity to put something on the scoreboard. Yeah, that play went awry from the very beginning. It was a play action. I thought he was going to run with the football, but threw it backwards.
Dangerous
out
call.
Of bounds, yeah.
Kind of a dangerous call. All right, Tyler now will try a 33-yard field goal to try to extend this lead. So they missed the opportunity at a touchdown on a 3rd and short. It'll be a 33-yard field goal by Mathis, Ramirez the holder. And Tyler trying to extend the lead. The kick is on the way. Got plenty of distance, up and good. And with the Apaches adding 3 more, they lead it 20-14 with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back in 1 minute on the team. Enio will take this ball 2 yards deep in the end zone and run it out. And the Apaches are all over the return man at about the 18-yard line with 12 seconds to go. Obvious thing to do would have been to take the touchback. Apaches had the ball at the 16-yard line. They have a 3rd down and 1 and throw a swing pass that goes out of bounds. They lose yards on what turned out to be that was a dangerous play.
It was a play-action pass is what it turned out to be. I think Garrett could have run for the first down, but that was a 4-play scoring drive that went 9 yards in 55 seconds.
They settled for a 33-yard field goal. They lead 20-14. That blocked field goal could come back to be a massive play in this game. Enio, with 12 seconds left, will keep the ball on the ground. Now they've got to tackle Walker, and they finally do out at the 45-yard line with 4 seconds to go. For a moment, Walker was in the clear, and with 4 seconds left, Enio's got the ball at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, they have 3 timeouts, but not enough time to use them. But they can take some shots, I guess, at the end zone.
Well, they'll take at least one shot for sure, I guess. Now they're going to call their own timeout here. This has been a strange game.
It really has, man. And you go back to the first game where the Apaches jumped out to a 14-0 lead, gave all of that back, and Enio took the lead in the 3rd quarter briefly before the Apaches reeled off 21 points in the 4th quarter to put it away. But, yeah, a couple of strange games.
Problem is, to save a game offensively like they're having in the first half of the championship game is inconvenient.
Yeah, it's the offense at best has been sputtering, and again, I think it's pretty clear that they missed Jens Hilburn, who was 3rd in the nation in receptions with 53. I think it's pretty clear that they miss him.
All right, again, 4 seconds left. Enio's got time to maybe throw a Hail Mary here, and in a strange game like this, who knows?
Yeah.
The Apaches are going to put, 6, 7 DBs out there, looks like. They'll have, No, they're going to run with a 4-man front. They'll have 5 DBs and 2 linebackers. So, okay, it's the usual formation, but look for these guys to either throw a Hail Mary or try to run some kind of a hook and ladder, something to try to make something out of nothing here. You never know. From the 44-yard line, snap the football. Cooksey's going to keep it on the ground, and instead of throwing the Hail Mary, they're just going to run the thing out to midfield, and Walker will be tackled finally at the Tyler 49-yard line. Tough to bring down. We go to halftime. We've got a good second half ahead of us. But at halftime of the championship game, Tyler leads NEO 20-14. And we got the Ogle Construction halftime show coming up on 92.1 FM The Team. 30 minutes of football left. Somebody will raise the trophy in about an hour and a half. Welcome back into the Stereo Video Center broadcast booth. Ball teed up, and the Apaches will go right to left on your device here in the second half. The kick is high and short and will be caught at the 25-yard line by the Apaches on a fair catch once again, and so Tyler will start at around the 25-yard line as we get the second half of this football game started. Fair catch made by Braylon Brandon, a sophomore out of Corsicana. So TJC with their first possession of the third period here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. The Apaches have not won this championship outright since 2000, and they beat, ironically, NEO that afternoon in Bedford, Texas. And they're trying to do it again. And TJC going right to left. They're in their home unis, the black pants and shirts, and jersey with a black helmet, the gold and white trim, NEO in white with gold helmets and gold numerals. On a first down handoff, James Lee ran well in the first half, picks up 7, maybe 8 out to the 31, possibly the 32. That's an 8-yard gain by James Lee, a young man from Metairie, Louisiana, who has done a good job for the Apaches.
It's a good run to open up the second half. Again, the Apaches have to get on track on offense.
So this first drive, as Kevin said, very important. 3 receivers for Tyler. Slot left is Lonnie Johnson out of the shotgun with Lee in the backfield. On a second and short, it's Lee hit at the line of scrimmage, and not much. He got a yard. Well played on the edge that time by the Norseman, whose defensive unit has been very, very solid this afternoon. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, big 3rd down. Obviously coming up for the Apaches to open up the second half.
Let's see what they do from the 33-yard line on a 3rd down and 1. Johnson in a slot right as they get the call from the near side. They'll line up, ball between the hash marks, 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. And the inside handoff to Lee's going to get to the edge and barely get the first down. He's upended, but got to the 35. Good tackle coming off the edge that time by the Norseman, but not enough. And again, some pushing and shoving at the end of that play, but enough for a Tyler first down.
Yeah, it's a good job to got spin around in the air, but got the first down.
And so Tyler with the first down, ball on the far hash. 3 receivers split wide to the near side for Garrett. They do miss Jens Hilbert, who got injured in the Cisco game last week. Cisco, he's going to throw the slant to Johnson, who short-armed that high ball with his left hand and did not bring it down. It'll be a second down.
Well, that's a good job by Johnson. Just walk away as the defensive back is in his ear talking smack after breaking up the pass play. But the Apaches have to be ready for that. They're going to try to bait you into getting a silly foul, but a good job by Johnson just to walk away.
2nd down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tyler up 6 here in the second half as we just get rolling. The Apaches again trying to win the championship and win their way into the national semifinals. Got a lot of work to do. Here's a 2nd down handoff to Lee, and Lee's got a hole and drags the tackler out for another 3 yards, out past the 40 to the 42-yard line. Gain of 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Tackle at the end of that play made by Javian Hill. Tyler wants to go quickly here. They need a first down, need to continue to move the ball and score points against this tough NEO team. Amari Henry lined up near side toward the Tyler bench. 2 receivers split right. Johnson slot right this time off the hip of the right tackle. And this time Garrett with a rollout and a late pitch to Lee, and he'll be short. He'll be short. They ran an option pitch, and Lee gets upended. Mark Goolsby made the play. 4th down Apaches, and they fail. They made 1 first down, but could not get the second one. It's 4th and 2, and they have to send the punt team out.
Yeah, I think Guerra probably, it was a late pitch, but probably should have been later. I think if he holds on it a little bit longer, draws the defense to him, and pitches a little later, they get the first down. But that's a great job by their defense. The Apaches have to punt it away.
Brian Ramirez standing at the 28-yard line. These special teams plays are all important in tight games like this. Low snap, but they get it away. It's an end-over-end kick that will bounce at the 30-yard line. Take a Tyler roll inside the 25, down to about the 21-yard line. Pretty good punt, again, against a gusting wind of about 15 miles an hour this afternoon on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon for a football game between the Apaches and the Norsemen. And Tyler turns it over, and the Norsemen, who had their ups and downs offensively in the first half, they had a couple of turnovers. Their quarterback threw 2 early picks, and the Apaches turned one of them into a touchdown.
Yeah, 5 turnovers between the 2 teams in the first half, so they both need to play cleaner here in the second half.
All right, so first down for the Norsemen. They go left to right here in the second. Cooksey, their quarterback, their fine quarterback, among the top 5 in the nation as well. And a first down handoff, and the Apaches hit him at the line of scrimmage, but you get that push at the end out to the 26-yard line for a pickup of 4 yards on that play. It'll be Walker. Tough running ball carrier for the Norsemen. It'll be second down and gain of 5, second and 5 coming up. Near side, the short side. We've got a tight end lined up right, snap, hand the ball off to Walker again, and he's going to have the push out for the first down out to the 32. Their offensive linemen at the end of those plays have outmuscled the Apaches a couple of times and pushed that ball far enough upfield to move the chains.
Yeah, certainly bigger than the guys up front for the Apaches, but right now they seem to be a little stronger as well.
First down at the 32 for the Norsemen. Just underway in the second half. TJC with the lead, but the Norsemen, 4 minutes into the second half, have the ball at their own 32-yard line. Slot left, 2 wide receivers. It's Walker coming to the edge this time, and Walker gets past an Apache and picks up pretty good yardage again. Out past the 35, close to the, 37 maybe yard line, depending on where they mark the ball.
Yeah, 5 yards again on first down, but that's a perfectly timed cut by Walker to get upfield.
Yeah, so it's second and 5, so they're running the ball on the Apaches right now. It's second down and 5 at the 37-yard line. Tighter by 6 here in the third period. Receiver left, receiver right, flag down. Cooksey's going to throw it down the nearest side. That ball incomplete, knocked away, intended for Graham. Good coverage downfield by Lockhart, flag down on the field.
It's an early flag, and the Apaches don't seem to like the call. We'll see. It is offsides, and I guess
that's the second offsides of the day by Tyler.
And I think a cornerback just lined up offsides, and I think that's the second time it was a cornerback that just lined up offsides.
Tyler making uncharacteristic mistakes this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been a tough day so far. Still plenty of football left to be played. They can get it turned around.
But but kind of mistakes that they haven't made this year and have seemed a little rattled this afternoon. How about that? 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. First down at the 42-yard line. And here comes the blitz. High snap. Cooksey puts it on the ground and has to eat it. Tyler trying to pick the ball up, but Cooksey got on the ground. That's the second time today that he has had a mishandled snap. They lose 5 yards.
Yeah, neither offenses looked great. Their offenses looked a little better than the Apaches, but neither team has been great.
5 minutes into the third quarter. NEO now with a second and 15. They lose 5 back to the 37-yard line. 3 receivers wide left toward the wide side of the field, toward the NEO sideline, and 1 to the right. Tyler with 3 spread out defensive linemen up, 5 DBs, and 2 linebackers. As they snap it to Cooksey, here comes the rush. Cooksey has time, throws it down the near sideline. That ball's incomplete. Good coverage again by the Apaches. I think that's King White on the coverage that time. And that pass along that near sideline intended for Deans, but well covered.
That's a great job by White to break that up. The receiver's a couple of inches taller than White, but what a good play by King White.
3rd and 15. Here's an opportunity for the Apache defense if they can get it done. 1 back, 4 wide receivers, no tight end formation this time. The Apaches have 5 guys up, and it looks like they're going to bring the blitz, and they will. Cooksey to throw. Cooksey steps up, throws the ball upfield, tipped and almost intercepted by Ross. Well done by the Apaches, intended for Tyler Stewart, and the Apache defense holds and steps up.
Yeah, great coverage all the way around, but Ross able to step in there and get his hand to knock it down just in time, and they'll force a punt. Nice job by the defense.
In the first half, their punter, Axtell, tried a fake punt and came up a yard short of the first down. He ran out of bounds too soon.
Well, he was thinking like a punter. Ran out of bounds.
And they snap it to him. This time he will kick it away, and the ball will be taken and fumbled by Ewell, and he luckily got the bounce and picked it up. Man, that guy is way at times too much of a gambler for my taste, but that ball, he got a good bounce and managed to hang on to it at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, you hold your breath every time the opposition punts it away. Again, sometimes it pays off. It paid off last week, but boy, he makes you nervous back there.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the kind of game that a play like that loses the game for you.
Good.
With 9:42 to go. And so now the Apaches will take over, though. They're 82 yards away, trying to get their offense rolling this afternoon. It has been a struggle against this fine NEO defensive unit. They put 6 up on the line of scrimmage. Tyler will run it. James Lee will turn it upfield. He's got a little bit of a seam out past the 30. Lee, 35. Lee out near the 40-yard line. James Lee picks up 21 yards and a Tyler first down.
Well, it's again a good cut back to the inside. They were trying to string it out. He cut back underneath the floor of the defense for good yardage and an Apache first down.
So the Apaches have the ball at the 39-yard line. Good start to this drive. 9:15 left to go in the third. Tyler up 20-14. They'll send 2 receivers, make that 4 of them out wide to the right side. They stack 4 to the wide side toward the NEO bench. And now they will do some shifting, and now Lee is in the backfield, and Guerra is under center this time. He'll pitch it to Lee. Lee looking for a little blocking. He gets a little bit of a seam and turns the corner to the 45-6-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification as you listen to TJC Apache football. Line for the Apaches, trying to establish a run game here. Ball in the far hash again. Tyler goes right to left on your device here in the third quarter of play, leading 20-14 in the Southwest Junior College Football Conference Championship game over NEO. From the 46-yard line, Jamin Lee, the center, snaps it. Guerra to throw. Guerra looks. He throws it down the near side. Amari Henry is there. He was being held, and a flag comes out. Clearly being held that time down the near side by Goolsby. No question about that one.
Yeah, easy call. It's probably the right move. He was beaten on the play, so instead of giving up the touchdown, he grabbed him and, at least for now, kept him out of the end zone.
So Amari Henry and the Apaches will pick up 15 and get themselves into NEO territory.
Yeah, again, you got to have to, at some point, you're going to have to score a touchdown offensively. They got the one, but they need more than that.
You got to score points.
Yeah.
I mean, you're across the 50 now. The ball's at the 39-yard line. You're still a long way from pay dirt, but you've got something working here now. Try to extend this out. Tyler lines up. Ball again on that right hash toward the NEO sideline. 2 receivers left. Now they shift around. James Lee back in the backfield. It's a tight formation this time. Lonnie Johnson, the tight end, off the hip of the left tackle, and a handoff to Lee. Lee on a draw play. Lee's got a seam to the 35-yard line. Picked up 4 before he's tackled.
Yeah, a little slow to get up. He fell on the back of his head. Hopefully he's okay. He is up.
He's up, and they're going to send Burgess in. I think he took a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
He came down literally, head bounced off the turf that time, did it not?
It did.
2nd down and 6 at the 35-yard line. They send Jamari Evans and one other receiver out wide to the right. I think that's Baeza. And 2 to the left. Snap the football. Hand the ball coming near side for Burgess. Burgess will juke a tackler and get the ball down near the 31-yard line. Picked up 4, maybe 5 more. And it'll be 3rd down and short coming up for the Apaches.
Yeah, Apaches trying to grind it out here, and right now it's working. Got to keep it going.
We're down to 7:15 to go in the third. It's been a pretty good drive so far by Tyler. 3rd down and 1. The ball spotted. Well, they're still arguing about where to spot this ball. They're going to bring this thing 2 yards back to the 36. I mean, to the 32. So it's 3rd down and about 3, I guess, instead of 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3 at the 32-yard line. Big play here for Tyler. They've run the ball pretty well so far here in the third quarter. See if they can keep it going. Ball's on the near hash. Lonnie Johnson, the tight end, left as the play clock winds down. Tyler trying to get this thing lined up and off on a 3rd and 3. And there seems to be a little bit of a confusion. Now, maybe they're lined up now on a 3rd down. Hand the ball off to Burgess. No, keeper by Guerra and a 1st down. A fake the handoff to Burgess and Trey Guerra with a keeper off the left side. 1st down, Tyler at the 26.
Yeah, good decision to pull in and get upfield for the Apache 1st down. Had a good hole to run through, so a nice job by the big guys up front.
So Tyler has the ball at the NEO 26-yard line. And again, this drive started at the 18. Near side to short side again. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Jared Hughes is in the ball game, and the handoff, and this is Burgess inside the 25 to the 24, maybe the 23-yard line for a pickup of about, man, it looks like about 2.
Yeah, not much on the play. Thought he got a little bit more, a little counter action on the play. They were not fooled, but good job by their defense.
All right, Tyler leads it by 6. Certainly in field goal range, but 3 3 is not good enough in this game. They need more than that. They have a 2nd and 8 at the NEO 24-yard line. Man in motion, Evans, rolling out Guerra. Looking downfield, throws the ball. Evans not able to get there, and it's a 3rd and long coming up. As he tried to come back to the ball, Guerra sort of sidearmed that thing, and it is way off the mark, incomplete, 3rd and long.
Yeah, just not able to get much going through the air for the Apaches. They had been grinding out on the ground, but now it's a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down and 8, ball at the 24-yard line for the Apaches. Again, here's a big play coming up here. If they can make this 1st down, Burgess in the backfield in the pistol behind the quarterback. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Fake the handoff, throw the bubble screen. Jared Hughes makes the catch, but they're all over him after a short gain, and it'll be 4th down. Tyler will be shooting for a 40-yard field goal here.
Into the wind.
Into the wind.
Yeah. So, yeah, tough decision to have to go ahead and kick it here, but I guess they're going to go ahead and try it.
Yeah, they're going to line up to try it. Mathis, this will be a 40-yard, maybe a 39. They're going to mark it where it looks like from the 29. It's going to be a 39-yard field goal into the wind. So here's a big kick by Mathis. Maybe the biggest one he's tried as an Apache so far this year. Just inside the hash mark to try to make it a 9.2 score lead, and they bobble the snap. And Ramirez rolling out, and he's going to be tackled all the way back at the 43, and both teams have blown field goal opportunities. And Tyler continues to struggle at the most opportune moments this afternoon. That bad snap, or either that or Ramirez just bobbled it and not able to do anything with it. Tyler never got the kickoff, and their lead is still 6.
Well, in addition to that, he lost plenty of yardage, so they're set up in pretty good field position because he, mishandled the snap and then lost yardage on the play.
So the Apaches had a chance to take a 2-score lead. They do not. Both teams have failed on field goal tries, and NEO takes over at the 44-yard line. They're going to go right at it with a running play for a gain of about 2. Bullock fills the hole after the running play by the Norseman to Walker. He will come out, and Ames will check in. Gain of 2, it'll be 2nd down at the 46-yard line. So that very promising drive by Tyler nets them no points.
Yep, got to score. Got it. You can't miss opportunities against a good football team here in the championship game.
We're down to 4:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tyler did use a lot of clock on that drive to get nothing out of it. 5 men up on the defensive front, and Ames, who's been a hard get for the Apaches this afternoon, takes it to midfield, gain of about 5, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Just across midfield, it'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Norsemen.
And of course, penalty flag after the play, Again, TJC can't be baited
if they're going to be baited, then if they start into that, then
it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem for them. Because they've been so good in that area this year.
Most of the season.
This is a wrong day to come up with stuff like that. Bad day for that. Too much on the line, fellas. And, let's see what Greer has to say about it.
It looks like it's on NEO.
Yeah, okay, that's on NEO. But you and I both say the same thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. Good news for Tyler that it's against NEO.
That's right.
Don't take the bait.
You can't, right? And they didn't the first time. NEO acted, they acted up in the first matchup, and TJC was pretty good about staying out of that stuff, and you have to do that again today.
3rd down, 4:07 to go in the 3rd, and the Norsemen lose all the way back to the 36-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and about 18 coming up here. At their own 30, just outside the 35-yard line. 3 receivers split left, Cooksey the quarterback, and now an official timeout here as they talk briefly to the Apache head coach Tanner Jacobson, who's standing all the way downfield at the 25-yard line, kind of surveying what's going on out there.
Yeah, not sure what's going on, if it's a clock issue or not sure what's going on.
But it's 3rd and long for the Norsemen. Again, Tyler got a couple of early picks in this game, and they built a 17-0 lead.
Yeah.
But you just never feel good in this league about a big lead. We've seen it too many times.
Well, we saw it last week, right? The Apaches jumped out to a 35-0 lead and had to hold on for dear life at the end of that one.
All right, now the clock starts, and it'll be 3rd down and long. 3rd and long, Tyler with 5 men up on the defensive front. Cooksey with 1 back, 3 receivers split wide to the left toward the NEO side of the field. Cooksey gets his guys lined up. The Apaches spread the field to try to cover these receivers. Looks like they're going to blitz. Cooksey, who's not been sacked today, will step up. He's got time, throws the ball downfield, had a man open and missed him. He had a man open and missed him right down the seam that time. Tavares Deans was open, and it'll be 4th down. No flags, are there?
Yeah, no flags yet. Yeah, it seems like the officials are talking to NEO, but no flags yet.
Haven't seen one.
He was open in plenty of time. I mean, the offensive line did a good job, as the quarterback had plenty of time to find an open receiver, and found one, just couldn't get him the football.
The official standing there holding the ball, almost like there was a penalty on the, but I didn't see a flag.
I didn't see a flag yet, but they're talking about something.
Something.
The officials making some kind of announcement. I guess there was a flag, but they had illegal forward pass is what he's calling.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that.
What'd he call?
The signal he gave was an illegal forward pass, but I'm not sure why that would be. I'm not sure what the call was, but they lost plenty of yardage on it.
To the 20, they're going to be punting from their own 6. From the punter's going to be standing at the 6-yard line. But I never saw a penalty flag.
I never saw a flag, and I'm not sure about the call.
Okay, all right, so all the way back at the 6-yard line to punt the ball. And the kick is away. Not a great one either, and Ewell will catch it and return it to midfield. There goes Ewell, 35-30. Khalil to the 10, to the 5. Ewell inside the 10-yard line. We told you all afternoon, Ewell can make your heart stop. He fumbled one earlier and recovered it. That time, he takes the punt just across the 50-yard line and returns it inside the 10. Khalil Ewell makes it 1st and goal Apache.
Well, he drives you crazy. He makes you nervous, but then again on the other side, just like last week, you'll get a return like that. And I think if the receiver, instead of cheering him on, makes a block, he scores a touchdown.
That's one of those deals. No, yes.
Yeah.
You know, kind of a deal.
Oh, boy.
1st and goal, Tyler at the 6. Kevin, is it safe to say that this is kind of a must for Tyler here?
They have to punch it in. You can't settle for now. A field goal makes it 2 scores, but you need a touchdown here.
Well, you get this great opportunity. They got the ball at the 6. NEO playing tough, though, this afternoon. Tyler lines up from the near hash. 2 receivers split left toward the near side and 1 to the right. They've got Ulrich in the game, and he'll take the snap. Ulrich has scored 4 touchdowns on the ground this year. Make it 5. Luke Ulrich will run it in from 6 yards out. Touchdown Apaches.
Wow. And they had a chance to tackle him twice before he got to the end zone, but he's strong. He's not a tall guy, but he's stocky. 190 pounds, 5'10", but able to break 2 tackles to get in there.
That's his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. That leads the team. And the Apaches extend the lead to 26-14 with the extra point to come. Sometimes different guys have to step up, and now Mathis to try to make this a 13-point game, and he does. And the Apaches now lead at 27-14 with 3:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tyler 27, NEO 14, back in 1 minute on the team. Run makes it 27-14. Apaches. Baggett's kick is away. They've had a couple of good returns today. They'll take it here at the 15-yard line. And there's a hole again upfield to midfield and across the 50 down the left side. They've got to do a better job of covering those kicks. It has been a rough afternoon for Tyler in that category. And Alex Jackson gives NEO great field position on that return.
Yeah, got to do a better job of covering, but on that Apache scoring drive, just 1 play, 6 yards, 6 seconds.
All right, they're going to he went out of bounds close to the 50 into Tyler territory, but he did cross the 50. They're going to mark it at the Tyler 47-yard line. Need some effort from the defense again. Again, special teams have been both good and bad for Tyler today. Kickoff coverage has not been good. And with 3:12 left to go, but the punt return by Ewell set it up for the Apaches. First down. Back to pass Cooksey. They haven't sacked him today and won't here down the left side, way over the head of the intended receiver, and intercepted by the Apaches. Third pick of the day, interception Tyler, and the Apaches will take over. Tyson Wilson with the interception.
Yeah, he's frustrated with himself because he had plenty of room to run, but he slipped down after the interception. But the interception, you'll take it, but he was thinking run for big yardage, which slipped down.
But the Apaches do get the ball back here, and after that good kickoff return, NEO throws a pick. Cooksey's third of the day. And both teams had 3 turnovers each.
Yep.
And the door opens again for the Apaches to make some hay here. Late third quarter, leading this game by 13. Oh, man, what a long drive would do for them right now.
Yeah, again, they were able to, well, now we got a late penalty flag. Not sure what's going on there.
My goodness.
I'd like to see the Apaches try to grind one out, as you talked about last time. They were able to pick up some yards on the ground, or the time before last. And they're talking to NEO again. NEO will run their mouths, and maybe that's what the penalty flag is.
I would say to both these teams, especially to NEO in this situation, when you're down 13, fellas, don't take any chances. You're good enough to compete without all of this, right?
Yeah, especially in a big game like this. You can't. And now they're pushing each other, and while the officials are talking to them, the teams are going at it. They're having to be separated.
One of the NEO players just won't be. He will not be restrained. Their coach Zach Chrisop is out there pushing his guys away, and one of those kids will not shut up.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. I mean, while the officials are talking about it, and there's Lee. Now Lee's in again.
Lee's always in it.
He's in somebody's face now. He's going to draw a penalty flag eventually.
Yeah, he may have. Yeah, they haven't thrown one on him yet.
Not yet.
All right, here we go.
Unsportsmanlike on the defense, number 2. Good ball. Unsportsmanlike on the offense, number 64. Both of them, it's their first towards disqualification. First down.
Now, and while they were talking about that, the teams went at it again.
And Lee got a late one, I think. I think they threw that after. I mean, the initial call was on NEO, and then Lee got into it.
Yeah, he just can't help himself. He got into the face of a defender that time, and then, here we go again. They're still talking.
He's a loose cannon, I'm telling you. He's done a great job at center this year, but there's
a late penalty flag. There we go again.
There we go again.
Both teams are talking after the play. Makes no sense. Penalty flags have already been thrown, and they can't help themselves.
This is a conference championship game. There's a trophy and a national semifinal on the line, and you can't restrain yourself?
And I think this one might be on NEO.
You got to be kidding me. You got to be.
Both teams again.
On the offense, number 18. It's their first towards disqualification.
And that's Baeza, and they can't afford to lose him. They already are down Hilburn.
Yeah.
So that's 4 penalties without even running a play.
And the Apaches have been great all season.
Not today.
Not today. Because they couldn't have gotten 30 yards if they just, held their piece, held their end up, and not get involved in that stuff. And let the penalties be thrown on the other team.
That is so frustrating to watch on both sides. These teams are better than that. Stop and just play ball. First down, Apaches. Between the 7 and the 8-yard line. Tyler's up 13 here now, late third quarter. Man in motion, and the handoff coming this way to James Lee. Nice block made. Lee out past the 10 to the 12, now the 13, maybe the 14-yard line. He got a pretty good block on the edge that time, and if these guys can run a play without trying to kill each other, then maybe we can play some football here. That's going to wind up being about a 6-yard gain on that play by James Lee.
Yeah, that's a good run by Lee. Tough finish at the end of it. Tried to cut it back inside, but that's a good run to open up the series.
It's such a bad look for juvenile football when these guys get into this stuff. Second down and 4 at the 14-yard line for Tyler. Lonnie Johnson, slot left with a running back, Lee in the backfield. keep it on the ground. He cuts it upfield and will pick up a yard or two. Somebody tries to rip his head off at the end of this play, but the 16-yard line. Tyler will have a 3rd down and 1 coming up. Lee had his helmet literally ripped off his head that time. And now here's another flag.
Yeah, pushing and shoving again. It'll be on both teams probably.
And they just won't back off. Tyler, this may be on NEO.
Well, and Lee, at the end of that, he actually threw his hands up, so he may be involved as well. We'll see.
It'll be 3rd down and 1 if we can ever run a play here.
Without a penalty flag.
Without a penalty flag. And there is, needless to...
Unsportsmanlike on the defense, number 50, 15 yards.
Yep, and Tyler did not retaliate. That's on NEO. They just gave Tyler 15 yards.
And
Thank you very much.
It's the same thing that happened in the first game between these two teams where NEO imploded, right? And there's another penalty flag because they had an offensive lineman get in the face of an official. Easy call, they'll get another 15 yards. And this is exactly what happened the first matchup. NEO imploded.
Are they going to get 30 yards out of this?
Yeah, they're going to get 15 more. Because you got an offensive lineman that actually got in the face of an official and was talking trash. Easy call.
Defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman.
So they'll mark it out to the 31, and they're going to add another 15 to this? Is that right?
I think they're going to get another 15. They should.
Remember the Trinity Valley game earlier this year? They got 45 on one play?
Yeah, well, they're going to get 30.
I mean, Trinity Valley in that game against Tyler, all they wanted to do was fight.
Well, NEO, in that first matchup at the end of that game was kind of similar to what we're seeing now. They couldn't help themselves. Now, the Apaches have to be disciplined to stay out of that stuff, right?
Try to be.
Take the yardage.
Take the yardage. Say thank you. Take the yardage. And again, the Norsemen are a better football team than this. I mean, we're obviously doing this game for TJC and here on the internet, but NEO's a way better football team than this. They know better.
Got to be better than that.
And that's the first down. Tyler gets it all the way out to the 47-yard line. Can you believe that? And finally, they're going to take a little bit of a timeout here. I'm not sure. Did anybody call a timeout, or they just say, we need to take a break?
They might be just settling everybody down. Not sure if a timeout was officially called.
I think they just told them to get away from each other for a minute.
Well, they probably need to. Right? We all need a break from each other. Time I need a break from you.
You could have gone all afternoon without saying that.
Lee has 13 carries, 117 yards, so the Apaches have been able to run the football.
In the second half, they've run it pretty well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been able to grind it out.
Well, it's that's just an official timeout.
Yeah. And maybe it's one of those media timeouts. They talked to you about that, didn't
they talked to me before the game and didn't take any in the first half.
And we hadn't seen that all season. Now, they had started doing that pretty regularly a couple of seasons ago, but we hadn't seen it this season.
I think these dudes just need a break.
I think they do.
I think there's 8 of them, and they just need a break.
And I think they want to get everybody on the same page about what's going down right now, right? About all of these flags and everything. I think they just want them, hey, we got to tighten up. We're going to have to be quick with these whistles and these flags.
All these officials work this league, and they all work Friday night high school football. So every one of these folks worked some playoff game last night, so they probably are a little gassed.
And tired of all this, trash talking. It's been going on for pretty much the whole game. Yeah, they want to get the coaches together.
Looks like the coaches are going to get together.
And I think that's what it's all about. I think the officials are getting on the same page of how to call this game the rest of the way, and they're going to let the coaches know, listen, we're going to start kicking people out.
Look, I've told these officiating crews before, I think the worst thing in this league is that tush-push play.
Right,
when they let the guys push and get 2 or 3 extra yards. That works. There's discipline at the NFL level. There's discipline at the Division I level. In this league, it's a bad idea.
You got to have a quicker whistle.
You got to have a quicker whistle. Yeah. These guys want to fight sometimes. I mean, they just don't. Some of them just don't get it.
Yeah.
The bulk of these kids do, but there's always in every game there's 2 or 3 knuckleheads that just will not stop.
Who are good players, but ended up in junior college because they have problems, keeping their cool.
And this is a pretty good game between 2 really good teams.
Yeah.
And don't mar it like this. All right, Tyler will have a first down after 30 yards worth of penalties on NEO. On 2 unsportsmanlike. They're on 47-yard line. Near hash, slot left Johnson. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Lee in the backfield, already over 100 yards, and he'll get more here as he turns the corner for a couple. And a pretty good play on the edge that time by NEO, and they're yapping at the end of that play.
Every play.
Aaron Edwards, who's had a nice game today, by the way. comes up to make the stop. I think he's done a fine job for NEO this afternoon. Coach Chrisen.
Yeah, good play there as well. I thought Lee was going to get more on the play, but good reaction by the defense.
Under 2 minutes to go in the third. It'll be second down and about 8.5. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Let's call it 8.5. 2 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Blitz coming. Garrett throws the slant. Baeza with a catch, 40-yard line. Baeza 30. Baeza 25. Eli Baeza finally tackled at the 23-yard line, and it's a first down Apaches. Eli Baeza, who's had a great year for the Apaches, approaching 50 catches on the year, 9 touchdowns on the season for Tyler. First down Apaches.
As a player at the end of the play, it's back behind the play. No penalty flag, but that's a great job by Baeza. Great pass by Guerra. Again, this offense seems to be getting on the same page, so there was a penalty flag.
Yeah, they're going to add more. Yeah.
Rubbing passer. This looks like, again, the end of the last game these two teams got together where they just, every other play was a penalty flag. Before that, NEO had 10 penalties for 122, so tack on another penalty and 15 more yards.
Half the distance, take it to the 12. So Tyler's in position here to take a giant step toward a championship. With 1.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter, Tyler's got first down at the 12-yard line. They lead by 13. They can take a massive step right here. Snap the football. Garrett throws the ball to Amari Henry. Henry will be losing yardage here. That bubble screen has not worked at all this afternoon for the most part, and it didn't there. He wound up losing yardage back to about the 16, maybe the 17-yard line. There was one play early in the game where Henry made a couple of guys miss. But that's a play that, in my opinion, either becomes big yardage or turns out what we just saw.
And so
I've never been a fan of that play.
Yeah, and good job by their defense. Again, they knew what was coming and made a play on it.
All right, so the Apaches wound up losing about 4 yards on that one. They lead by 13, and they just hurt themselves by losing 4 yards. It'll be second down and 14 at the 17-yard line. Guerra hands the ball off inside to Lee, makes a man miss and gets most of that yardage back, maybe one more, gets it near the 11-yard line on a nice running play with a spin move at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a lot of spin moves today. That one worked effectively, but still third and long to go.
Yeah, still third down. Yeah, got the 5. You got the lost yardage back, and that's all. Third down, 3rd and 10, ball back to the 12-yard line. We're down to 10 seconds, now 9. If you're the Apaches, don't you let this clock run out here and have the win at your back in the fourth quarter, right? That'll do that. We're after 3 quarters in the championship game. The Apaches lead the Norsemen 27-14. Back in 1 minute on the team. Game today for a conference championship, but Tyler has 15 minutes to go to win a championship. They lead 27-14 over NEO, and they've got the ball at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, an opportunity here to at least tack on a field goal. You'll take what you can get at this point of the game and put pressure on their offense.
It's 3rd and 10, ball at the NEO 12. Apaches with the lead in the ball. They go left to right on your device here in the fourth period. They bunch 4 receivers wide left. Now they will change the formation. 3 left and Lee in the backfield, and Guerra's under center. So the ball pitched left to James Lee. Try to get to the edge. He does to the 10. Jumps over a tackler to the 5. Down near the 2-yard line and close to a first down. What a run by James Lee.
Yeah, I thought he was about to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. I thought, uh-oh, wow. But turned it up in time and then leaped over, what do you call it, and hurdled the guy and nearly got to the end zone. They're good for it.
It's 4th and short, and Tyler's going to try to punch it over. 4th and a half a yard. Give it to Lee. He takes it left. He's in. Touchdown Apaches. On 4th down and 1, they give it to James Lee. And the Apaches punch it in. Lee gives the Apaches a 3-score lead as we start the 4th quarter of the title game.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line on really back-to-back plays, and certainly on that one to get Lee into the end zone, but some tough running by Lee throughout that possession.
What a game that young man has had.
Yeah, he's had a great game, and I thought they'd be good to get a field goal out of the deal. Instead, they punch it in.
33-14 Apaches. Too early to call that a kill shot, but it's certainly a big play for Tyler.
Without question, yeah. And it puts a lot of pressure on their offense. Some more discussion going on here between the officials and head coach Tanner Jacobson for TJC.
All right, well, the Apaches going to go for 2 here. They may. Looks like they might go for 2.
Looks like they're sending the offense back out there.
They lead by 19. So they'll try to punch it in and get 2 here.
Yeah, make it 21.
And make it a 21-point game, and then you get a flag.
Official.
Looked like Greer just decided to pull a flag on something. Nothing we could tell.
Illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution against Tyler. Just kick the extra point,
kick the
fellas.
extra point. That's right.
I mean, really? They talk it over now. Thought
they're
themselves.
keep the offense
I guess they'll
out
keep. Yeah, I can see the logic. I'm not sure a 20-point league makes
much difference.
Makes from a 19. So you try to get 2 here, and I don't know. That's why he's the coach and I'm not, right? All right, so they'll run this 2-point conversion from the 8-yard line instead of the 3. Running back, tight end, 3 wide receivers. Johnson lined up right from the 8, rolling out Guerra, looking. Guerra will throw the 2-point conversion pass way off the mark, incomplete, looking like he almost threw it away. So the Apaches, though, leading by 19 early in the 4th with 14:31 left to play in the 4th quarter. Tyler leads at 33-14, back in 1 minute on the team. Seth Baggett's kickoff is into the end zone for a touchback. Tyler leads it by 19 points early in the 4th quarter of the Southwest Junior College Football Conference Championship game, and what a drive.
Yeah, 8 plays, 92 yards now, almost half of that via penalty, but 92 yards, 3 minutes and 34 seconds.
James Lee's 3-yard touchdown run. Tyler misses on the 2-point conversion effort, and the Norsemen will take over at the 25-yard line. 42 of those 92 yards were on penalties by NEO. First down there on 25-yard line. Far hash, slot right, 2 receivers to the left. High snap, take it down, give it to Walker. Walker will be tackled at the line of scrimmage by the Apaches. Good effort on the edge by TJC's number 38, Julian Dews, out of Tyler High School. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, nice job not allowing. The Apaches gave Dews a little bit of a break there because he actually dragged the ball carrier after the play, and the officials talking to him like, don't do that again, but he got a break.
2nd down 10 coming up for NEO. Tyler put 6 up on the line of scrimmage. And here comes the blitz. Back to pass Cooksey. Had a clean pocket most of the day. That ball's broken up. Intended on the slant for Walker. And what a nice play by Tyson Wilson. Wilson had a pick earlier, and that time he bats that ball down, third down.
Yeah, well played on basically a seam route that time. Able to stick his hand in there and knock the ball down. Big play. Third down coming up.
Third down coming up. The Apaches get a stop here, and they take another step toward raising the Rourke Montgomery Trophy. Third down and 10 at the 25-yard line. 3 receivers wide to the near side of the field toward the Tyler sideline. Cooksey, their quarterback, has had an up-and-down day. He's had 3 picks, but has also had moments of brilliance here this afternoon as well. Stands at the 20 out of the shotgun, snap coming. Tyler blitzes again. He'll throw the slant upfield. Ball caught, but an immediate tackle by Cottrell in the open field as he knocks down the receiver Todd James after the catch. It'll be 4th down and 5.
Yeah, they'll line up the punt it away. Nice job by the defense again. Looks like they'll get off the field.
A good job by the Apache D. And 3 plays, only 5 yards for Inio. Again, if they were ever going to run another fake punt, now would be the time to do it. Axtell, who tried one earlier and came up a yard short, standing at his 16-yard line to kick it away. And he's going to kick that ball away into the wind. Wind knocks it down, and Ewell, again, does one of those Derek Jeter kind of at his knees kind of catch. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Looked like a center fielder, kind of went to his knee that time and makes you go,
I know, it hold your breath every time that ball is in the air, but again, sometimes it pays off.
You had that 50-yard return that did pay off big on that last possession that Tyler scored a touchdown on, and so, or the possession before when Ulrich scored his touchdown late in the third quarter, and then one early in the fourth as they go 92 yards, and now Tyler has a chance to deliver a haymaker here with 13-14 left to go. They lead by 19, got the ball at the 39-yard line. Going left to right here. Iverson in as a tight end. They go tight with the formation with a running back and Guerra under center. Keep it on the ground. They've run the ball well in the second half, but Burgess is hit at the line of scrimmage and gets only 2 yards here out to the 41. So Bryce Burgess stoned after a short gain on that play. Inio had a couple of guys up to make the play, including one of their defensive linemen, Chris Curry, a sophomore. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, the Apaches don't need to be in any kind of rush here. Burn some clock, run the football as you talked about, and just try to keep it away from Inio.
2nd down and 8, ball at the 41-yard line. Tyler now 12 minutes and 40 seconds away from their first conference title in 26 years. Ball between the hash marks. Slot right for Iverson. It's tight end off the hip of the right tackle. 3 receivers. Burgess will run the counter play, and Burgess will get yardage, maybe 3, possibly as much as 4, out to the 44-yard line. Tyler will still have a 3rd down and 5 coming up as Bryce Burgess, not a big guy, but a tough inside runner, not afraid to mix it up. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, he mixed it up on that play. It'll be interesting to see what the Apaches decide to do here, keep it on the ground and play it conservatively, or get aggressive and put it in the air.
We are 3 minutes into the fourth quarter of the championship game. Ball between the hash marks. Tyler again. 3rd down and 5. These first downs are almost like points at this point in a game like this. Stack 2 receivers left, 2 right. 4-man rush. Throws the ball upfield. Baeza caught it, but he's short of the first down. He came inside short of the mark, and they only get about 2 yards on that carry. Should have run the ball, maybe taken his route a little further upfield, Kevin.
Yeah, got to get past the first down marker, and he did not, and so they did not, and they'll have to punt it away. Good job by their defense.
But the clock runs, and Tyler will send the punt team out. Again, they are playing with the wind at their back here in the fourth period, by the way, and that helps as well. And so Ramirez, the Tyler punter, need to execute these punts here with the snapper and everything else that goes on here to not give him anything. And the kick is away. It is a high kick that will be fair caught inside the 15-yard line by the Norseman, and Mike Owens back deep to receive that punt. So it'll be 1st down, and the Norseman will have the ball back. 11:06 to go in the fourth period. Tyler leading at 33-14 here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Ironically, their last outright championship in 2000, they beat Inio. Inio missed a late field goal on a windy day in Bedford, Texas. We did that game. 1st down, Norseman at their own 14-yard line. Two receivers to the near side, one to the right. Snap, handoff. The Apaches are all over the ball carrier. Great job by Tyler. After they give that ball, I think that's Walker again. Got to double check the number, but I think that is Walker. No, that is Amos, Josh Amos, who has been a hard running back for NEO this year. No gains, 2nd down and 10 coming up. And so on a 2nd down play, 3 receivers again. Tyler with 4 men up. Cooksey has not been sacked today. Tyler chases him out of the pocket, and the flag down. He makes the pitch and catch to a receiver, but all over Burgess, the young brother of the running back, the TJC safety. There was a flag down, but Bryson Burgess makes a nice tackle, holding on those guys.
Yeah, a couple of penalty flags. I think they're both for the holding call against NEO. Officials been busy here in the second half on those flags. I think this one will be against the Norseman.
And again, that would have been about a 2-yard gain. Bryson Burgess with the tackle, but instead the Apaches take the penalty half the distance to the goal, so that'll make it a 2nd down following the holding penalty inside the 10-yard line. 10:33 to go, and they'll mark this ball at the 7-yard line. So 2nd down and about 16, it looks like, coming up here for the Norsemen. As they play deep in their own territory, again going against the wind. Apaches put 4 defensive linemen up. Roberts standing up, not a defensive end, is a tackle this time as they move him inside, and Cooksey retreats to the end zone to pass. He's got time, will throw it away along the far side, nowhere to go with the ball, and just throws it to the far sideline, almost into the first row of the stands over there here at Rose Stadium, and it'll be a 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, the Apaches continue to good pressure on the quarterback Cooksey and good coverage throughout the day.
They've not sacked him today, but they put some decent pressure
on him. Yeah.
Well, they had 10 sacks last week, but I do not recall a sack of Cooksey.
No, I don't think so. He's pretty good at getting the ball out.
He is. 3rd down and about 16. Ball at the 7-yard line. Again, you got to admire what NEO's done this year. They won 4 in a row to get here. But they're in a hole right now. 3rd down and long. Back to pass Cooksey again. Tyler blitzes. Cooksey hit as he throws. The ball will be caught, but way short of the 1st down. And fumbled the ball at the end of that play. The Apaches, I think he was already down.
Yeah, well, he fumbled it twice. Once before he went down, and then once again after he went down. But they maintained possession. But a great job by the defense. They'll have to punt it away.
I think that was Amos, the running back, who made the reception. They wound up losing. Well, they wound up maybe gaining 2. Got 2 yards out to the, about the 10, near the 11-yard line. They'll punt from their own end zone with 9:40 to go. Door might open up again for the Apaches here with good field position. Snap the ball. Axtell will kick it out of his own end zone. That's an end-over-end kick, and not a good one. It'll bounce at the 33 up to the 40, take an NEO bounce, and will roll all the way up to the 48-yard line. He got a big roll. There is a penalty flag. Did they rough him?
Either they roughed him or ran into him, but he did run into him. Hopefully it's not the roughing. But they clearly ran
first
into
down,
him.
though.
Well, if it's roughing. Yeah, if it's running into, no. But you got to be smart.
I took my eyes off. It didn't look like they were even close to
No,
him.
he ran into him. Now, it was clearly number 22 for the Apaches ran into him. That's Roberts. Benjamin Roberts clearly ran into him. He ran into him softly, but he ran into him. So it must be running into instead of the automatic 1st down.
Well, is the Tyler offense out there or not? No, they send the defense back out there. That's roughing. They just got to roughing the punter. Well, see, that's the kind of that you didn't have to do that.
No, you don't have to. But I'm still not convinced that it's roughing because they're talking to their coaching staff. So either he wants to take the penalty and punt it again, or decline the penalty.
No, it's roughing. And they'll take it all the way out.
Yeah, it's roughing.
Yeah, but more than that, there's a personal foul coming, I think, again, right? Where are they going to? Is Tyler going to get the ball back?
They should not. Yeah, if it's roughing.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's roughing, any else still has the ball. If it's roughing.
Okay. It's running into Tyler.
Yeah.
Okay. Tyler's going to get the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's the 15-yarder or the 5-yarder. The 5-yarder doesn't give him a 1st down.
I was fooled. The Tyler defense starts running back out there, and they start moving the ball upfield. And I never did get. Greer never made a call.
He did. And then when he did, he made the wrong call. He called roughing. It was running into.
He's never told us, but we know now. There was running into. Tyler's got the ball, but they penalized him 5 yards after the ball was down. So Tyler has it at their own 48-yard line. Hand the ball off on a draw play. Burgess in some trouble. He'll be tackled at the line of scrimmage. That draw play never developed. So it was running in 2.
Yeah.
And you made that. And I never doubted that as much as I was trying to read the body language of the officials and the players down there.
Yeah.
Because the Tyler defense comes back out on the field. I'm thinking, okay, they're about to call roughing the punter.
Well, there was a lot of confusion all the way around because, as you mentioned, the official never made a call. But we had to read into it that it had to be running into instead of roughing.
Yeah, Grin never made a call. Never came over and told us what was going on. That's a loss of a yard for Tyler. Second down. We're down to 8:54 left to go in the game. Tyler's up 19. 2nd and 11. Snap the football to Trey Guerra. Hand the ball to Burgess, trying to play that run game, and the Apaches are not getting much right now. They'll get 2 yards back. Another helmet goes flying out of there, and Burgess got the yard back, and that's all. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
That's Lee's helmet. It seems to come off 2 or 3 times a game. He'll have to take a play off, and it's a good decision by Burgess not to run out of bounds. He went down instead of running out of bounds to keep the clock running. Now,
does that kid buckle his chin strap?
He does not. I think it comes off 3 or 4 times a game.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen one kid lose his helmet as much as Jamin Lee. And he ain't buckling his chin strap.
No, and he needs to.
Or something. I don't know. He plays hard, though. He has done a really nice job.
He does play hard.
He's a road grading center that time for Tyler all year long. But he's also a little bit of a loose cannon down there, too. 3rd down and 11. And now let's see what Tyler does here. They put Iverson in motion. Snap the football. Keep it on the ground. Hand the ball off, and Ashton Haynes will get about 6. Tyler will be short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down. But they keep that clock running. We're going to take this thing down inside 8 minutes left to go with TJC up 19. And a 1st down would have been really nice, but they didn't make any bad mistakes at that time. And so they will punt the ball away and try to pin NEO deep in their own territory.
Yeah, and as well as the defense is playing for TJC in the second half, you go ahead and punt it away and play defense. They've been outstanding here in the second half.
They have thrown a shutout so far here in the second half. It was 17-14 at the half. Tyler had given up the lead, or almost given up the lead. They get a late field goal block, and it was 20-14 at the half. Tyler got a late second quarter field goal. The kick is bouncing inside the 10, and Tyler will down it inside the 10 as the Apaches, and especially Brian Ramirez, the punter, once again does a really, really good job. The game earlier this year was 17-13 between the Apaches and NEO at halftime. The Apaches pull away in the second half.
Yeah, in the 4th quarter, they outscored NEO 21-9 to put that game away. But, early on, both these games have been well contested.
That game was 45-29, Tyler. This one is 33-14 Apaches. NEO at their own 7-yard line. Down 19 against the wind with a half a quarter left to play in the championship game. Cooksey will keep it on the ground, and the running back will only get a couple out to the 9-yard line, swallowed up by that Apache defense. They've done pretty well here in the second half against the run. That will be, I think, is that Walker? Got to check the number. These numbers have been hard to read when the sun's coming out. That gold and that sun glinting off that gold, that's either Walker or Amos in the game, I think, right now. 2nd down and 8 from the 9. Fake the handoff and throw the deep ball down the left side. And there's a holding penalty coming against Tyler. I got to call that one up here. Willie Nelson had the jersey and nearly ripped it off of the NEO defender that time. That's either holding or PI. Take your pick.
Yeah.
But the pass intended up to Graham, who's had a nice day today, at the 40-yard line. And Willie knew he was beaten. He just grabbed his jersey.
Well, and probably, again, a good play. Otherwise, he gives up the touchdown because he was beaten on the play.
It's going to be the 15-yard variety, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
All right, so they'll take it out to the 24-yard line. 1st and 10, Golden Norseman. Tyler with 4 men up defensively. Inside run. Apaches meet him at the hole, and then you get the tush push, and that's trouble in this league. 2, maybe 3 yards, depending on where they spot it. Amazingly, everybody gets up. Maybe they're just tired of pushing.
Well, I hope so. I hope that's the case, and we can just wind this thing on down without any more penalty flags.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Ball at the 27-yard line. All right, let's see what NEO does here. They got a lot of ground to make up. And on a 2nd down and 7, as we approach 6 minutes left to go in this championship game, the Apaches are just over 6 minutes away from a championship. Snap the football. Cooksey back to pass. He will be hit. Is he? No, he has the ball. Oh, he got away, and now he's finally sacked. Finally, the Apaches get to him. 3 Apaches all over him in the defensive backfield, including Quentin McDowell and number 24, Ruben Shalombo. And that's their first sack of the day. It'll be 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, he's been under pressure all day, but able to escape it or at least get rid of the football. Not on that play. Great job by the defense. Great job by coverage by the secondary once again.
5:35 to go. And a stop here is another big step for the Apaches. Snap the ball again. Back to pass again. Quarterback Cooksey throws it upfield, and a dropped interception by T.J. Williams hit him right in the hands. It would have been the 4th of the day for the Apaches. Williams might have even been able to run with it for a while. Hit him right in the hands.
Yeah, got to catch that one now. There's a sense they still have to punt it away, but that's an easy interception and a return if he holds on to it.
What do you always say?
Yeah, I mean, that's why he's playing defense. Can't catch the ball. That's an easy. Should have been an easy catch.
All right. You wide receivers are all alike.
I mean, come on, man. That was too easy.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Punt the ball away. It's an end-over-end kick again, and Ewell will fair catch that ball at about the 48-yard line. That's like that's a Willie Mays-style basket catch that time.
He does it every over-the-shoulder basket catches anyway, but, man, he makes you nervous.
Tyler will have it at about the 47-yard line. 5:18 left to go, leading by 19. I think the Apaches are starting to feel it, don't you?
Yeah, it feels, like they can go and try to put this thing away, at least burn some clock, and, put it in the bag.
They'd be 11-0, and they'll be in the national semifinals. Most likely at Iowa Western in Council Bluffs, Iowa, on December 6th, the Saturday, 2 weeks from today. But
the lead official.
We don't know that for sure.
Yeah, lead official was down. He's struggling, so they're going to take a little time out. He's got a banged up knee somehow. They might have to get a replacement official.
Let's take a 30-second break. Tyler leads at 33-14, 5:18 to go. Back in 30, 92.1 FM, the team. Now, he's had some knee issues, apparently. I don't know that he got run over in this game. Maybe he did. I didn't see
think
it.
He got contact. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm assuming he got contacted because, he's really struggling walking on that knee. He's trying to walk it off, and I guess he's going to try to hang in there for the next 5:18.
I think they must have read these teams the riot act because this thing has settled down.
Yeah.
That part has settled down. But that game was so chippy through nearly 3 quarters that finally it got so bad there for a moment that the two coaches had to come out, and I think they basically threatened pretty much everybody wearing both uniforms here today that we're about to,
start kicking people out.
Start kicking people out. There won't be enough left to play.
And they had to do that, sadly, because it had gotten to that point where they did have to talk to both of the coaches.
But Joe, is he still out there?
He's still out there. He's going to try to hang in and finish this thing off at 5:18.
Well, he's tough. Again, Joe Greer, referee, is, again, the officials took that time out. They said enough. Tyler with the ball. Trying to deliver the kill shot here, if they haven't already done so. That James Lee 4th down touchdown run was big. First down at the 47-yard line. Far hash, slot left, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Inside, they snapped the ball directly to Ashton Haynes, who stepped in front of Guerra and took that direct snap and picked up 2, maybe 3 yards on the play.
A little trickery. Didn't fool them too much, but they did get positive yardage. And right now, the Apaches just want to burn clock.
Oh, yeah. They're not even trying to throw it right now.
That's what they're doing.
If they don't have to, they may not throw another pass in this game.
Yeah.
2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Inside 5 minutes to go, 20 on the play clock. And good for the Apaches. They've been able to figure out how to burn clock. Some of these teams, we see it at the high school level, they have no idea how to burn clock.
Yeah, they see that a lot.
They haven't worked on it. They've been running so many plays, they don't know how to burn clock. 2nd down and 8. We're down to 6, down to 5, down to 4. They snap it with 3 on the play clock, hand the ball off, and the Apaches are going to get walloped in the backfield that time. Haynes gets thrown down for a big loss. Well, not that big. They actually say it's only a 2-yard loss. They finally went to the ground about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but it's only a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 12 back at the 49-yard line.
Well, we got some more pushing and shoving going on. One of the NEO players had snatched a towel off of one of the Apache players, and he's trying to get it back. So now we're going to have that scrum and eventually probably get a flag thrown.
Give the dude his towel back, really?
Give him his stuff
Come on,
back. Give him his property back.
I wonder what's so important about that towel.
Yeah, I mean, you don't.
Jared Hughes is proud of that towel. He's still trying to get his towel back.
I mean, you know.
And they're having a heck of a time restraining him.
Yeah. And this can go on for minutes. I mean, he's trying to get his property back.
I'll call my wife and we'll bring him a towel from home if he'll just shut up and go back to the huddle.
We're trying to get this game over, man.
Yeah. Gee whiz. That towel had some meaning, I guess.
I guess it did.
All right, 3rd and 12. They had to bring him off the field.
I don't even know what to say.
I'll go to Walmart and I'll get him a damn towel. Come on, now. 4:15, 3rd and 12. Tigers at the 49-yard line. 2 receivers left, one to the right, Iverson in the slot. Tyler would love to pick up a 1st down here, but instead they'll keep it on the ground, and Haynes will pick up about 7. Back across midfield, across the 45, down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 6 coming up for the Apaches. We're down inside 4 minutes left to play. 33-14 Apaches. Their defense has pitched a shutout here in the second half of this game.
Yeah, Apaches will burn clock, probably call a timeout and punt it away. What a good job of burning clock.
18, 17, 16 left on the play clock. 3.5 minutes left in the game. The Apaches smelling a championship and an 11-0 record and a shot at playing for the national championship. They first have to get through a big semifinal game here in 2 weeks, but they're going to be in that bracket. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and a great job of finishing it off. It didn't look good in the first half, but we get the timeout here.
Now Tyler takes a timeout. We'll take it with him. 3:18 to go. Tyler's closing in on a championship. Back in 30 seconds on the team. Back to play. Punt on the way that time by Ramirez, who's done a great job this afternoon. Inside the 15, taken on the bounce by an NEO player and tackled immediately that time as the Norseman, a little bit of a dangerous catch by Antoine Woody, but the Apaches were all over him at the 11-yard line with 2:48 to go. It's NEO's football.
Yeah, and the Apaches didn't call a timeout. They took the delay of game penalty instead and went ahead and punted it away.
All right, so it'll be NEO football at the 11. Maybe their final possession as a member of the Southwest Junior College Football Conference. They're moving to the Jayhawk League next year. It's been a great program for a long years and over 20 years in this league. But here they are this afternoon, 1st down at the 11-yard line. They keep the ball on the ground, and it'll be Amos for about 6. Upfield to the 17-yard line. And it kind of looks like the Norsemen have kind of waving the white flag right now, does it not?
Kind of looks like it, and not in much of a hurry, and running the football.
Yeah, 2nd down and 4 at the 17-yard line. They've had a great run to get here, winning 4 in a row and 5 of 6. Now Cooksey to throw. Retreats to the 6-yard line, hit as he throws upfield. That ball caught by Dean out past the 35 to the 36-yard line. He's done a good job today. I checked that number 83. That's one of their tight ends. I believe that'll be Justin Cooper that time. Cooper with a catch, not Deans. But it's a first down for the Norsemen at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good play. Now we get another.
And the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute
timeout. The Apaches on their way to the championship by 19. 2 minutes left to go, back in 30 on 92.1 FM, the team. From raising the Rourke Montgomery Regional Southwest Junior College Football Conference Championship Trophy, they lead 33-14 here at Christus Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium.
Yeah, it wasn't always easy, didn't always look pretty, but in the end, looks like they'll get it done.
Yeah, and their defense has been pretty solid all year long. 3 interceptions this afternoon, dropped the 4th one a moment ago. First down, Norseman at the 37-yard line. Spread the field, 3 receivers. Throw the ball far side over the head of the intended receiver as the Norseman just not able to get to that high throw. Kyrian Miles, the closest Norseman to the ball. Cooksey has had his ups and downs today, but what a nice year this young man from Edmond, Oklahoma has had. You really have to, or Blanchard, Oklahoma, you really have to tip your hat to the young man, and he's been the difference for NEO this year. They've had good quarterback play. Second down. Inside handoff and pretty good run across the 45 for about 9 by the Norseman out to the 46-yard line. We're down to 1:45 left to go. Kevin, we'll give it a few more seconds. You can start heading down to the field, and it'll be a happy field down there.
Yeah, it didn't always feel that way, but yes, sir.
3rd down and 1 coming up for the Norseman. Again, they spread the field. They're going to keep it on the ground this time, and Amos will have the first down. He gets it out to about the 48, maybe the 49-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 1:23 left to play in the game. Ball at the 49-yard line. 33-14, clock starts up again. We're down to 1:15 to go. The Apaches bring in fresh troops on that defensive front. First down at the 49, inside 1:10 left to go in the game. 1st and 10 at the 49. Cooksey to throw again. Steps up, throws right side, and throws it incomplete almost into that concrete wall along the far side. NEO brought a nice crowd today. There are a whole bunch of folks were in blue this afternoon with 1:01 to go, and they made the trip. Going to miss going to Miami, Oklahoma on a regular basis. We've done it for many, many years. Great folks in Miami, and we've come to know some of those folks, and that's been a lot of fun here. Going to miss that part. 2nd down and 10 at the 49. Inside handoff again. The Apaches all over the ball carrier. They push him forward for 2 or 3. And after all that pushing, they're going to let this thing go, which, again, I always think is a bad idea out here. But after all of that running and pushing, it's about a 4-yard gain, and we're down to 40 seconds left to play. NEO with the ball. It'll be 3rd down and about 6. 30 seconds left to go as the Apaches will complete an 11-0 season. NEO will run one more play, it appears, and this game is going to be over. 3rd down and 6 at the Tyler 47-yard line. Snap the ball. Cooksey all the way back, retreats, throws it incomplete on 3rd down with 14 seconds left to go. Basically threw that ball away. The pressure was coming, and it'll be 4th down. And the Norsemen will send the punt team out, I guess. Yep, looks like they will. Kevin making his way down to the field, talk to the coach, maybe even a couple of Apache players, and help them celebrate their championship. 11-0, first time since 1960. And the Apaches have loved this year. The kick is away, and Ewell will fair catch that ball again. at the 19-yard line. That time it was actually Willie Nelson who came up and made the punt reception. And the Apaches, with 9 seconds to go, will need to take a snap. And the Apaches will run one more play. And wow, what a year. What a season for Coach Tanner Jacobson and his coaching staff, as the Apaches will run out there and finish this game off and finish off a perfect year and a complete run through the league. Going 11-0 in this league is hard to do, no matter how good you are. And with 9 seconds to go, ball at the 20-yard line. Guerra in the shotgun. You can hear the fans starting to build up. Snap the ball to Guerra. He takes a knee. The Apaches have waited 26 years as Guerra throws the ball into the air. They've waited over a quarter of a century to celebrate the conference championship, and the TJC Apaches not only win the league championship and the regional trophy, the TJC Apaches are 11-0, and they are headed to the national semifinals. Tyler Junior College, 33. NEO 14, hail to the champions. We've got the postgame show coming up on 92.1 FM, The Team.